Why does it always do that? I swear, Epidemic Sound just doesn't work on any web browser. Chrome, bloody Edge, whatever they're called. Like, why does that not work? It just literally stopped. I don't know how long you've been sat in silence for, everybody. Apologies about that. But hello. I am back. I'm back. Let me turn my camera on. I have been gone for basically 2 weeks, which is crazy. Like, that is, for me, a long old time to be away from stream and away from everything and whatnot. But I think we are here. Gosh, it's been a busy day. It's been a busy day. I've been deep in editing jail. I have been picking up like a courtesy car, which was a whole faff in itself. It's crazy. And this guy, no, to be honest, I'm still just red. I was about to say this guy's got a tan. I'm just red. I'm still just red. I'm still just burned from the, I don't know. Is it a tan? I don't know. Let's check my arms. Hold on. Oh, I guess. Yeah, actually, I tell you what, maybe it is a tan. Maybe it is. Maybe I've actually got tan. Crazy, dude. Crazy. Little tan. How are we all? We all right? We all good? Less streamer white than usual. Exactly. I got a part slightly a real tan and not just a monitor tan. I'll be real with you. I just burned whilst away. It's funny. I think I've got a picture of it. So if you don't know where I've been for the last 2 weeks, I went away to the Hermitcraft charity event in aid of Gamers Outreach for an event called Gamers for Good or Gaming for Good, where we were raising money to make go-karts, and not like race around ones. They are basically medical grade trolleys that have screens on them and games consoles and things like that, and basically we put them into hospitals all over the world so that kids and everybody else like that can all enjoy video games whilst they're in long stay and things like that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, bonkers. And Draz with the 10 years says with my In the Little Lobster. Thank you very much, dude. And Magic Milky as well with the 15. Welcome back as well. Thank you. And we've also got, in fact, we've got so many resubs in the last few minutes. I'm not hearing a single alert, by the way. Let me undeafen that. Nope, still nothing. It is on monitor and output, but for some reason I don't hear it. Never mind. We'll just have the alerts be silent. We've got 8-Bit Ollie with the 90 months. Welcome back. We've got Trick Trio with the 18. Zerpa226 with the 16. Maddie Slays as well with the 4. We've got brand new Prime sub from No Hamill. Thank you very much. We've got then Magic Milky's 15. And then that's us all caught up. Oh, and the DM as well. The DM __ and Bacon Brawl with the 58. Thanks, everybody. Much appreciated. Martin Chick General got a new camera for the TwitchCon trip. Let's see. General Discord. Let's have a nosy. Jeez, you're not taking that to TwitchCon, surely. Please tell me the new camera is the small one that's next to it. What TV station are you? Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Where is it? How do I open in browser? Look at this thing. Look at that. It's insane. That monitor's way too... that camera's way too big. Ain't no way you're putting that in your carry-on luggage. Not a chance. Fandom with the 50. Thank you very much, dude. Very, very appreciative of that. Very generous. Goodness me. Overhead, maybe. I mean, just why would you bring it to TwitchCon? What's the crack? What's the deal with it? What are you shooting for? I would say bring that. This, not necessary. Granted, you'll have better light and sound and all that jazz, but it just seems... Whew. It is the small one. The big one is owned by 85 Amsterdam's regional TV channel. Oh, okay. Thank God it is the small one. Bloody hell. I mean, I can't talk about small cameras. Like, I've got my little number right here. Actually, speaking of, has Timmy put his vlog out yet from the trip? Because I know that was the thing he was doing, but I've got my little fella just here. I've got this little guy just here, which teeny tiny, but my God, does it pack a punch. Really, really good stuff. Really, really good. He hasn't yet, no. Okay. I think he sent it off to Anthony from Mojang for like a sign off, because we did film in areas where we were initially told we wouldn't be allowed to record, but looking back on the footage, it doesn't seem like there's any issues recording there. Like, a lot of those locations that we filmed in, just on like Google Images anyway, like when you look up the Minecraft Redmond office. And that's where we were, by the way. So for those of you that are unaware, we went to the Redmond office, the Minecraft one, the official proper Microsoft office, which was really, really cool to do the charity stream. Very gracious of them hosting us and whatnot. And yeah, it was a good time. And then basically after that, we went into Seattle for the day, which was pretty cool. I bought way too much stuff. Like way too much stuff. Did I post it on Twitter? I can't remember if I did. It might have been an Instagram only thing. This trip away that I've just done, I've used it as my Kickstarter for getting back into posting on Instagram. Because it just seems like any and all brand deals nowadays, they still want Instagram. They still love it. Companies still love Insta. So yeah, craziness. But Seattle was really, really nice. So we went into Seattle, like into the city center and stuff. Oh, we got the approval yesterday. Sick. There was literally only one thing in it that I thought might not get approval, and it may be a case of you had to cut that. But at the end of the day, it also wasn't a big deal. But yeah, we went into Seattle, and myself, Timmy, Kirsty, and Ren had a really nice walk just along the seafront, all the way until we went down to Chinatown, which was really cool. And it was awesome because as we then got on the approach to Chinatown, I started to see like it was either Chinese or Japanese. I feel like it was Japanese though, as opposed to Chinese. But I started seeing like, you know, writing on the signs, and I was like, oh, I know what that says. I can read it, which is pretty cool. I don't know if this has gone up anywhere actually. I got a really nice selfie of myself, Ren, Timmy, and Kirsty. I look like a fucking baked potato in it though, dude. I'll be real. But oh gosh. But maybe I'll whack this on my like story or somewhere. A nice shot of us outside of Chinatown together, which is good. I was like the only one who didn't have any sunglasses, annoyingly, because these are prescription. So I was like, oh, you know, I really need to get some like prescription lenses that are like sunglasses ones. So yeah, so that was a nice little picture. What else did I get from there? It was crazy to me that on the Seattle seafront or whatever, you can just look over and see like more residential buildings, and then you can just see the volcano, which apparently was a volcano, which is crazy. Oh, this picture was funny. So this was Timmy recreating. So we found it really funny seeing all of the artwork that went on top of Cub. You know, when Cub was reacting to like the pain challenge or whatever it was, and Tango basically wasn't like showing any signs of hurt whatsoever. So the next day, so we all kept doing this the rest of the trip, just that. And basically Timmy, we saw this water fountain, and the fella on top is putting both his arms out like that, and then Timmy did the pose with it as well. Got his proper little hunchback on the go. So that's pretty cool. What other pictures have I got from there? I mean, so we found a store, right, that had like loads of like retro games and stuff. So you had like a Lego Pikachu in the window. There was like a classic CRT monitor, which was quite nice to see. I haven't seen one of those in a while. And it's surrounded by like a PS2, an Xbox original. It basically had every console around it. And then we went into a store called Kinokuniya. Let me see if I can pull up pictures of it. Kinokuniya, Seattle. And you'll probably see why I was so overwhelmed so immediately when I went in there. Yeah, okay, yeah. Just basically, you pull up Google Images, right? I just look at it, dude. It's insane. You've just got like, basically, Kinokuniya is basically a store that's in Japan, and they basically have a ton of branches in America. And because it's their own produce, their own products and whatnot, they basically don't charge quite as much for import fees and stuff like that. And I was just going crazy. Like, imagine Waterstones, but only of like anime and manga and Japanese culture things and stuff like that. So this is just all books. Like over here, you got like the language stuff, you got photography. This whole thing up here was manga in Japanese. This is where I obviously spent most of my time. I was really annoyed because I went over to the far end of the store and saw all of the manga that were there, and I was like, oh my god, they've got like this in volume 1 and this in volume 1 and stuff like that. And then it wasn't until I nearly was about to go to the checkout that I was like, oh, these are all in Chinese, not Japanese. So then I ended up having to put them all back and then go back up there again. And like this little shelf in particular just here, actually, can you even see that? What if I do... What's the button to see, like, my mouse? Isn't there a shortcut key on Windows? I swear it's like if you hold shift for 5 seconds or something like that, where I can turn this into a cursor. But either way, up there was loads of like kids stuff as well. So they had like Hello Kitty, and they had like Ampan Man and Doraemon and all that sort of stuff. I think it's Control. Yeah, I was holding Control. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, look, here we go. So like up here is basically where the kids stuff was. This was all Japanese manga across the back. And then yeah, you just got loads of other bits and pieces. But I was losing my mind, dude. There was just too much, like way too much. I'm trying to see if there's a picture of like the entrance. Oh, this is like a little Ghibli corner. The Ghibli corner in the actual store I went to was way better than this. Like it was just like overload. Let's see what I got. Where is it? They had a big ass Totoro as well. In fact, let me go to this camera. Here it is. So they had like a big ass Totoro and a Gigi. What else did they have? Like I got some of these for the girls as well. So yeah, like a bunch of characters from there. Had Amelia watch Ponyo just before I'd come away, I totally would have bought her a Ponyo. I think there's a picture of me. I don't know if where is it? Maybe that's because I'm looking in camera. Oh, there's a classic cardboard cutouts as well. Bit of Dan-da-dan. A little bit of Dan-da-dan. I was like, oh, this was the most exciting thing that I saw there. There was actually a Shin-chan plushie. So literally Shin-chan is like Amelia's like just favorite at the moment. She plays the video game, the Coal Town one and like the summer vacation one all the time. And literally on any random given day, literally Amelia will just sit there and I'll be like, you okay? And she's like, I just can't stop thinking about Shin-chan. that's like a bit of a catchphrase of hers at the minute. So to have like Shin-chan like a plushie to give to her, she's big into plushies. She's not so bothered about like plastic toys and things that have little trinkets and sparkly bits and stuff. She's just completely in love with plushies, and like it's just her thing. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, this other picture as well. So we did that. I tell you what, the really cool book that I got that I want to show you, I didn't even go in there looking for it. I only went in there looking for like a couple of like volume 1s of, you know, various different manga that I follow and like maybe the latest One Piece and stuff like that. And when I went to the checkout, they put it all through the till. It came to like a little over $500. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, oh no. So I had to put a lot of stuff back. I got it down to like 380 or something like that. I got it down to like 380, which in pounds was like a little under 300. I was like, oh. But there was some really cool stuff that I put down that I was like, oh man, but maybe I can buy them. Like one of them was like a One Piece Chopper book. If I search that, this was it. So this was basically it was this thing here. It's called a Shueisha Jump remix, which I think is just it basically just follows the story but solely from that character's POV in One Piece. But yeah, so there was one of those, and I wanted Chopper and I wanted Usopp. I was desperate for those two, but I didn't end up getting them, which is a shame. Something I did get actually. So I mean, to be fair, I could probably just pull all the books out that I bought. All right, here we go. So here's a bunch of the stuff that I bought. All right, one of them is really cool. One of them I went in there not expecting and wasn't even looking for. It wasn't even a genre of book that I was like anticipating that I would buy. But I thought it was really, really cool. So we'll go through the English stuff first. So first thing I got was this, which so far has been a really fun read. It's called Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. And it's basically about a boy who's a total pushover. his parents sell him to devils for infinite riches, and he now has to try and survive at a demon school even though he's a human. So he has like some kind of like cologne that masks his scent or whatever, but it's really funny and I actually really like it so far. Apparently it's an anime as well, so I found that book specifically on a shelving area that said currently on TV, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I thought I put this back, but apparently not. I bought book 1 of Frieren because it seems kind of like fantasy MMO-y sort of centric, and I keep hearing great things about the show, so I thought, oh, I'll buy the manga first, because I quite like when I have something that I can read rather than watch, because I find it hard to sit down and find time to watch anime, but I can always read a little bit of manga here and there. I got volume, what is that? That's 120, no, wait, what? Why is my math failing me here? That's 111, right? Yeah, One Piece 111. Got One Piece 111 in Japanese. Still kept it sealed and wrapped, which is nice. Oh, I got Dandadan Volume 1. Dandadan Volume 1 in Japanese. I was like, yep, I want that. And like, I don't even really particularly plan on reading this because I've seen the show, but I just like having Volume 1s of stuff that I watch and stuff like that. This one was cool because I do have like the first something like 30 volumes, maybe slightly more, that I got from like a Facebook marketplace listing years ago. But I bought volume 1 of Detective Conan, which is pretty cool. So got that one. We've got volume, we've got volume 110. 110 of One Piece, which is good. So I didn't realize that 110 and 111 were out already, so that was crazy. This was a really nice surprise. I didn't realize that this was even out in English. I thought it was just available digitally on like the Shonen Jump app, but I got Wanted, which was Oda's one shot that he did for a contest prior to One Piece ever starting, and like, you know, the protagonist looks quite like Zoro and stuff like that. It's basically is it Ryuma? Is the name of the character again? I'm trying to remember if that's the correct name. But yeah, it's like set in this like slightly cowboy sort of like time, and there's a whole bit with like a dragon at the end and stuff. Like there's a few bits going on. So yeah, pretty cool. So that was good. That's actually not from the store. That's just an old mini mag from Koro, which has got like Splatoon manga in there. It's got Animal Crossing. It's got I don't know what franchise that is, but it's got like Kirby and Mario and stuff. What else have we got? Oh yeah, this was the one. So this is the one that was the kind of inspiration for the cover art for In the Little Zine, which we are going to get back to at some point, by the way. But there you go. It's One Piece volume 105, I want to say that is. Roku, yeah, 105, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty cool. What else have we got? This I haven't even opened yet. Maybe we'll do it now. I just saw a big One Piece like magazine. I think the magazine kind of often comes out around about the same time as the Viva card books. But the Viva card books I'm never super into, but the magazine always tends to have like lots of random silly things in. Let's have a look. For a manga called One Piece, there's a lot of books. Right, I'm opening it. Let's find out what this bad boy is. Let's see. I feel like it's just going to be a lot of random stuff. Oh, look, there's like interviews in here. Special long interview with Shigeru Chiba. And there's just all sorts in here. There's the various gears. It looks like there's a bit of a Q&A section in there. Ooh, that's nice. There's actual proper like manga bit. What is that though? Because that artist looks different. Ooh. There's like different characters in here. Look at that. Sorry, I've just realised you might not be able to see. Check that bad boy out. Look at that. What else we got? Wait, is that him as a poneglyph? It is. It's I don't know who's done the artwork for this, but look, it's bloody Chest Boy. This, where is he? Just over here. Look, it's Chest Boy, but as a poneglyph for some reason. That's funny. But yeah, I'm sure I will slowly but surely translate through this. But there's a lot in here, dude. You got Beppo. You've got a bunch of like different characters and like profiles of them and stuff like that. But yeah, it's fun. I won't be able to read like 90% of it just yet, but one day I will, and it'll be great. Oh, there's like a Zorro One Piece novel in here as well. No way. Damn. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, and there's an advert in the back for the Viva card books as well. I thought there would be. Usually this magazine comes out around the same time. Like, yeah, like you got the Viva card. I didn't actually see the Viva card anywhere in there, unfortunately. What else have we got? We've got Doraemon, Volume 1. Now, what was interesting about this is this was on a shelf. Like, this was on like an islander. And it literally said that it was like a multilingual manga, which I didn't realize that's a thing. And my mind was kind of blown. So I bought 2 volumes of it. Volume 2 is bigger, but check this out. It literally has like the hiragana. Hold on, whenever it wants to focus. Hold on. But you can see that in the speech bubbles themselves, it has the English, and then it has the Japanese just outside of the speech bubbles, which is crazy. So for like learning, that is like unbelievable. Like, that's so cool. And it's just got like loads of like pages where it's like, I can't wait for summer break. I can't help it. Do something. Like, so it's sort of like a learning resource as well. Like, it's nuts. Absolutely crazy. So that's a whole discovery for me. Now I want to look up like various different like multilingual manga, and then I got volume 1 as well. So I got 2 volumes of that. There we go. And then the final one, which I think you will see come into effect in my content a bit more, and I bought this purely like as a business type thing, is there is this book right here. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically various storefronts and store interiors all done in watercolor, but they're all like very like Japanese style. And I was thinking, oh my god, like this could totally be something that I use for inspo for, I mean, look at that. Look at that. I could totally just use that for inspo for builds on misadventures. It's all very, and look, it even comes with a little postcard as well. There was actually a smaller book that was solely just the postcards, but I did want to have the text there so I could have a little read through it as well. But how incredible is this book? And it's like, it's like pretty decent, pretty decent as well. Fuck me. Okay, I've only just read. Maybe that's why the price went up to. Maybe that's why the price was nearly £500 or $500. This book alone is $41. But to be honest, business expense this bad boy. Because look, you just got so many interiors, exteriors. Look at that. You do like cluttered comic store. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Let me try and get the focus on. Hold on. Where is it? There you go. Look at that bad boy. Business expense, that bad boy. Put it on Lewis's card. Yeah. So yeah, beautiful book. We love write-offs, we do. There's so much stuff. I mean, look at this one with like the cool little propeller and the pod windows and stuff. I love the colors, the yellows and the greens. Like, that's totally something that I would want to build. And the little mech robot on top of it. So don't be surprised if you see me building stuff like this on Misadventures. I'll have to like work it into a slightly more like medieval style potentially. But to be honest, a lot of this stuff looks very kind of like wood and plaster, which doesn't entirely differentiate from the stuff that I did that I've done already and plan to do in the future. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, it's quite a timeless design, isn't it? So there you go. So those were my purchases, which is good. I don't know whether I've got anything else. No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else I bought in that store. I got a few plushies for the girls, obviously, for Amelia and Robin, and got them some like sticker packs. So I got them some Sylvanian families because Robin loves those, and I got some Animal Crossing stuff for Amelia, which was sick. So that's what we did in Seattle. We had like a waffle as well outside of that store, so there was like almost like an Asian food market outside of it. And my picture doesn't really capture the shape the best, but there were these really cool like waffles, and you can have them either sweet or savory, so you can just about make out the shape of a fish. Oh god, no, the camera twisting's not helping, is it? But yeah, you can see the fish, like the tail at the bottom, head at the top, and it had a big old streak of bacon through the middle of it. A taiyaki. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that's what it was called. But yeah, really, really cool stuff. We went to the fish market. We walked past like supposedly the world's first Starbucks, which, you know, was interesting enough. Got a few shots as well. Oh, this was the thing. So this was like a cool like museum, which was just by the, so we basically parked by the Needle or whatever the big tower's called, and I was going to go to the Mopop Museum but decided against it because I wanted to go to Kinokuniya. But when we came back into the museum, when we were like just quickly grabbing food and going to the restroom before taking off again to go stay at the Airbnb, this was like a cool downstairs area where like it was like a miniature forest that like kids could run around in, and I was like, oh man. Did you hit up Pike Place Market? I believe so, yeah. Let me read the sign on this. I think so, yeah. I mean, I took a picture of this, which says Public Market Centre, and then we went through a lot of that. There was this one thing which was like a blobfish. So it was like a blobfish that looked like it was falling off of the ice. And what it was is it was bait, because anytime someone went to go over to like tell the people that it had fallen off or was about to fall off, or they tried to catch it, the guy would like pull a lever on his end and it would make the fish move and it would make people scream, which was very funny. Very, very funny. So yeah, so that was really cool. So yeah, the four of us had a walk that way, went to Chinatown, spent far too much money, and then we made our way back and we got in the old bus. And then you've probably seen this picture on Instagram stories, but when we finally got to the Airbnb, the golden microphone that everyone and Scar kept joking about all weekend finally came to fruition. So this Airbnb in the basement just had like a TV and a sound system, and it had two regular microphones, like, you know, like a blue mic and an orange mic. But then they literally had the golden mic as like a standalone thing, and it all worked off of Bluetooth and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is the best. Surprisingly, very little karaoke was had. I think it's because at the point of the night where people are like more in the mood for karaoke and everyone's like having a great time, downstairs in the basement there were 2 bedrooms, and sometimes the people that were in those rooms were retiring to bed early, so obviously you don't want to go down there and start blasting on the other side of the wall and stuff like that. So yeah, I heard you did a backflip into a freezing lake. I did, yeah. I have the video if you want to see it. Let me find it real quick. It was Skiz sent me it. Question: even though I'm in swim shorts and I'm jumping into a lake, can I show that, or is Twitch going to be funny about nips? Do we know nowadays? Because I swear people do like hot tub streams and stuff like that. Like, it's, I think contextually that's fine, right? Yeah, I was going to say, I've shown myself jumping into a pool before, haven't I? Let me do this real quick then. Let me just fast forward a bit. Just because there's other people in like swim stuff and they might not necessarily want to be in frame. Here we go. You ready? This is me. So I've got some timber on me at the minute, but still just going for it. Whoop. Yeah, look at that. I did that on the first day, and some of the faces, like, they thought I was joking. Like, I was stood on the edge of the dock, and like Skids and Impulse and a bunch of the other guys were there, and they were like, no way, he's not going to do it. Like, because I stood there and was like looking back, and the only reason I was taking my time looking back is because usually I do it into swimming pools from same height, so I'll stand on the edge of the pool, and obviously I'm at water level already. It's basically like doing a standing backflip, and then I didn't want to basically over rotate. I was worried I was going to go over, my feet would miss the water, and then I'd go over extra and slap the back of my head on the water. And that water was cold, dude. It was cold. But yeah, when I first did the backflip, they were all like, huh? What? What's going on? So that was quite funny. I have heard that story has been told, or at least the fact I did a backflip has been told. The other one as well was the lake itself. So the lake was massive, like huge. And the lake was about 1 kilometer wide to go to the houses on the other end. And I decided, yeah, I can swim that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for it. And I would have done it, but it got to the point where basically, so the plan was always that somebody would come alongside me on a paddleboard or a kayak, whatever, just so I have something to hold on to when I get tired, if I needed the break partway through. But the problem is the paddleboard had already gone basically 80% of the way there. And I thought, oh, well, I'll just swim across. And then as they're on their way back, I'll meet up with them and then they can follow me along for the rest of it. So there I go. I jump in, start swimming, and like I've done about 0.5 kilometer at this point, 600 meters, something like that. I'm feeling decent, honestly, feeling fine. And then basically, I think it was Timmy and Ren were like doing paddleboard, and somebody was sat on it. I think it was Pearl was sat on the paddleboard, and they got back to me, and I said, "Oh, will you guys come with me to the other end? And then if I gas out, then I can just hold on to the paddleboard, and then we can all go back together." But like Timmy and Ren were like, nah. They were like, bro, we're coming back because we're tired. Like they just done the whole distance of it, and they were not ready for a return trip, like a full, because they basically would have had to have gone half again. I was at about the 60% mark, so they would have had to have done another 40 and then another 100. Like I'd have obviously joined in with the paddleboarding, but you know, I could tell from their response that they just weren't game straight away, and I was like, absolutely fine. I was like, tell you what, let me jump on. Take me back about like 15-20% of the way, and then I'll swim the last, you know, 20-25. And that's what I did. So I basically did 3/4 of the distance. It was like 50-60% there and about 15-20% back. I did it all in one go, which was good. So a lot of swimming to be had. And I did say to them, I said, like, you know, I swam a lot as a kid. Like I swam competitively from the age of about 5 until about 15, I want to say it was. And it's just one of those things, it just doesn't leave you, I suppose. Like I had the technique, and I just love being in the water. Like whenever we go on holidays and stuff, I'm first in the pool, last out, and it was kind of like that during this trip as well, which was pretty fun. So yeah, it seemed to surprise a lot of people. Tango especially, I think, was a bit like, what? Like I think where Tango had just seen me like reading the donos on the trip, and at the charity event, and then he'd, you know, seen me do the backflip, and then I'm swimming bloody half a kilometer. Tango was just like, every day that I hang out with you, like you just do something new to impress me. And I was like, okay. Okay. I think it's just I don't have the build that would typically suit those kinds of activities, but I make it work, you know what I mean? So that was quite funny. That was a good one. Most athletic guy in the world. Most athletic fat guy in the world. That's what I am. But Impulse said it in that clip that I saw perfectly. He said he's the most like athletic person in a gamer bod I've ever seen. And that is so true. Now I just got to get rid of the gamer bod and just, you know, get the athletic bod. Maybe not athletic bod, but like closer to a dad bod. You're not fat. Dude, I am. Dude, I'm very much high BMI currently. But I don't say it's a negative. I'm very aware I am. And I know it's just because I struggle to find time to go to the gym. But yeah, basically my plan is after TwitchCon, my life is looking normal. Like, I don't think I have any trips away, no nothing for the rest of 2025. And I'm just going to be like, just going for it. Just gym 3 times a week, tidy up my eating a little bit, but not hold myself back from treats. And yeah, just kind of do my thing. So, you know, if somebody said, bam, you can eat whatever you want as much as you want forever and you'll stay the same size you are right now, I might take that bet. I might take that. Like, I've no issues with how I look right now, but I just know that I'd like to have a little bit less timber on me. Mostly just because half my wardrobe don't bloody fit me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so that was that. Now, do you know how I feel when you say that I do a lot of things? See how it is when people say about you, like I thought I was just doing normal things, man. Draz has done many a side quest. I think Draz is up there with fucking I Show Speed for doing side quests. 100%. 100%. But yeah, so basically that was that. So yeah, the Airbnb was great. I don't know how much we're saying about the Airbnb and how much we're sharing from the trip. So I will be very minimal on pictures and descriptions of locations and stuff, just because if we wanted to stay there again, we don't want to dox the location. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a really, really good time. We just got to hang out loads, which was great. It was Tango's birthday while we were away, and he sort of kept that one on the down low. I don't think he wanted it to be known or any attention drawn to it. But I think it was Green and Cub went out to go get him a cake. And it was very much we sang happy birthday. He rolled his eyes. But, you know, there was a little smile there. We all ate the cake, and then we just carried on with the day. It wasn't, we knew that he didn't want to make a thing of it, so we just did a quick little acknowledgement to celebrate him, and then, you know, we sort of just carried on with the day, which was nice. So I think it was just like the perfect amount. If I had to guess, I would assume that he liked that it was good enough. It was a little nod to say, hey, you're brilliant, we want to celebrate you today, and then we just cracked on with the rest of the day, which was good. What else did we do? We played beer pong. That was fun. That was something that I always do with like Timmy and those guys whenever we've had parties at our house. And to be honest, most people weren't drinking. Like most people were just chilling, and like they were being like, "Oh no, I don't want to play. I don't want to play." And I was like, "Is it because you don't want to drink?" And they were like, "Yeah, no, I don't want to." I was like, "You can just play. There's water in the cups." Like, yeah, it was literally just soda pong. That's the thing. Like, there's no expectation to drink when you're playing. Just literally just play for the fun of the drama of it and stuff like that. So I think I played 3 games. The first 2 I did really well. And then the third game, I was smashing it. It was me against Zed in the third game. And literally, I had him down to... I was down to 1 cup so fast. Like, I was locked in. And then he had, like, I think 4 or 5 cups left. I sunk my last one. I was like, yes! And then I remembered we were playing redemption shot. So basically, you sink the last cup, and they get 1 shot to get any ball in any cup on your side, and then that keeps me in the game. That happened, and then I just got stuck in the 1 cup wasteland, as I call it, where basically you just can't get away. Yeah, I just couldn't get out of it, and so much so that over time Zed just chipped away at his cups and then finally sunk the last one, and I was done. He wrote me off. But it was funny because me and Timmy were basically just doing like silly commentary the whole time during beer pong, which was then making it hard for them to aim because we were just saying such stupid stuff repeatedly. So that was quite fun. That was quite funny. What else did we get up to at the Airbnb? There was a lot of Uno played. I didn't play a single Uno game, but there were people that were playing a bunch of Uno games. They were Uno games. They were loving it. What else did we do? I think it's just like we played cards. We went out on the lake. Yeah, I think that was kind of it. Like we watched the odd movie here or there. We had the music on. Speaking of music, I think Jem was talking about it, about girly pop time in the car. So basically Jem was the one that drove people to the store each day when we went to go to like Target or Walmart or whatever it was, to go and get like little daily supplies outside of the 4 cart shop that I've already seen discussed online. And yeah, basically like Jem would put the playlist on, and it was basically just like a mixture of like, you know, it was just basically global female superstars is basically what the playlist was. But there was stuff like as popular as like, you know, Taylor Swift and stuff like that, but then like slightly more obscure artists that are like up and comers. So like, you know, your well, I say Ray isn't obscure, but it had like Ray and it had Tate McRae and a bunch of other artists as well. And I think Jem kept turning around going, "You know this one too?" Like she just seemed surprised that I knew basically every song and knew them to like quite a high degree as well. And like even Rem was like, "Oh, like how do you just know like every song and every word?" And I was like, "It's just a thing." Like I'm sure Draz in chat can confirm, like I only have to hear a song maybe once or twice to lock in most of the lyrics. And there was even a time when at TwitchCon Amsterdam, me and Draz were dancing to a band called She Band in a bar on one of the evenings, and they sang a song in Dutch, which is apparently like a really popular Dutch song. And first verse, chorus, second verse, and then the second chorus comes around, I just start singing it at the top of my lungs. And Draz is like, "How do you know this song?" And I was like, "Well, I just heard the chorus a second ago." And he was like, "Fair." And yeah, and it was good. So I just like started singing along to it. So that was quite funny. And yeah, that was kind of the trip. It was great. It was just really nice just hanging out with people. Like, I don't interact with the Hermits much outside of the Life series, because obviously I'm not in Hermitcraft, and the Life series is like once a year, twice a year if we're lucky. And we don't do really much in terms of crossover streams. Like, Timmy plays like Phasmo with them or whatever else, but I literally only speak to some of these people during those recordings and like the 10 minutes before and after. So it was really nice to just have FaceTime with them, to like hang out with Tango and Impulse and Skiz, and like meeting Cub for the first time. Like Cub is the just chillest dude ever, literally the chillest dude. Like even when he played beer pong, he was just chill. He was just like, I've never seen a more relaxed throw. There was no stress, no struggle, no strain, no worry about winning or losing. He was just like bam, bam, bam. I think he won his game as well. Like he was great. But yeah, he's just super chill, and I've not even really crossed over with him even in my like brief Hermitcraft visits. Like he took me to his museum that one time, and I think that's the most time we'd ever spent together. But yeah, like, you know, we got to do the Q&A with them and stuff like that. And yeah, did you ever experience the Joe Hills difference So what's that? Is that when he does Beetlejuice or no? Somebody, I can't remember who it was now. Somebody mentioned it, something like 6 o'clock he changes his voice or something. But I didn't know if that was like an on-stream or off-stream thing or something like that. You know what I mean? Joe Hill's difference is just Joe being Joe. I mean, I don't know. Joe, I guess Joe was just being Joe the whole trip. Like, Joe's partner was there and stuff like that. So, obviously, like, Joe was, you know, just chilling with everybody and seemed very at ease. Because, obviously, he's got his sort of, his comfort person there. Like, I don't know. It was great. I'll tell you what Joe did do, which was one of my highlights of the whole trip, is we were trying to warm people up to the idea of doing karaoke. So, a few people went up to go first out of everybody else. And then somebody was like, oh, I'm too nervous to go. And Joe was like, dude, like, why be nervous? Like, we're all going to be rubbish. Let's just have fun with it. It was like, I tell you what, I'll go first. And then, you know, you can see it's not that bad. And then Joe went up and sang All Star, Smash Mouth All Star. But he put the accent on so thick. Like, it's so thick. And he was definitely playing it up for the bit. And he could hear us, like, you know, enjoying it and stuff like that. It was like, it's a cool place, and you say it gets colder, and like it was really like this, like, you know what I mean, like really like proper like southern sort of feel. And it got more like it got more exaggerated as the song went on, as he knew that we were enjoying it. It was very funny, very, very good. I bet he'd do it on stream sometime, guarantee it. But yeah, it was very good. So him singing All Star was like a trip highlight for me. It was very, very funny. And yeah, and that was that. Something that I've not shown off yet. I can show you some stills from it. So today I've been editing together the Permit Master down into like a more condensed video, because obviously it happened over the span of about 2 hours. There were loads of points where I was just not on camera because I was either somewhere else doing something, or you know what I mean, or we're jumping between perspectives. But I've got the footage of when I did. It's quite a long bit actually. I might still trim it down yet. But look, I've got this here, which is me trying to do my, you know, it was like do the best shot or whatever. So this was me out in the atrium, and this is footage that like you haven't seen high quality of just yet. So I've got a bloody Satsuma orange thing there, and I've got this bucket, this Minecraft bucket, and basically just kept trying to like get it in there. And that was my shot. You'll have seen on stream that in the end it ended up being a rubber chicken because I made a mess. I made a big mess. I made a real big mess in the Mojang office, which not great. Not great to have made that much of a mess. But yeah, so that was quite funny. The coffee machine, dude, the coffee machine. Did I show you the picture of the coffee machine? I can't remember if I did. I can't remember. I think that was the second morning, I want to say. Must have been second morning. Where is it? Where is it? So that's first morning. Where's the second morning? Where's the coffee machine? Long story short, I go to use the coffee machine to get a hot chocolate, and basically I put the cup on there, press the button, and it's supposed to just dispense. Like, you know, the self-service ones you get in like supermarkets and stuff. So I press it, and I hear the sound of it dispensing, see nothing in the cup, and I'm like, what's going on here? Then all of a sudden I just see it leaking out the side of the machine. I'm like, no. So I like run over to the kitchen, which is right next to it. I start trying to get paper towels, but you pull one paper towel, but you know the bathroom ones where you pull it and you get one sheet and then it goes zzz, and then you pull the next one zzz, and pull the next one zzz. All the while I'm trying to get one sheet at a time. I can hear it beginning to like creep towards the end of like the countertop, and I'm like grabbing a couple and like pulling one as I run away and snapping it on that one, and just trying for all I could to not make it leak all over the floor onto any other electronics. I was panicked, dude. This was happening at the same time as the interview with the Minecraft movie director. I forgot his name, but just not the one. That's why during the Permit Master, when I got my assistant, it's why the assistant had the task of the chicken thing. Let me see if I can find the picture of it. Where was it? Oh, here it is. That was it. So the Permit Master, for my receptionist, I did fix coffee machine and smile. So that was referencing something that had happened earlier on that morning. But But yeah, very funny. Gosh. Were you all staying at the Airbnb or just some of you? Literally everybody other than Scar and his dad. So I think Scar really wanted to come, but I think it was already a lot for him to make this journey and to do the charity event and stuff like that. I think he was just completely like gassed out. He was exhausted. But yeah, it was basically like everybody, like literally everybody from the charity event went to the Airbnb bar them. So that's why it was so nice, because no matter what room you went into, there was someone to hang out with. Like the house that we stayed in was big enough to facilitate us all, but you never felt like overcrowded. You know what I mean? You never felt like you're on top of one another, but you were able to just hang and just like have some quiet time. Like there was enough communal spaces. I tell you what there was. So we made up a game. I don't know if, I'm sure Skiz or someone must have spoken about this. Have they spoken about Castle, which is a game that we created? So it's basically Rummy. So you know in Rummy you have to get 4 of one card, 4 of one type of card, 3 of another, whether it's like 4 that are matching or a flush of the same suit, that kind of thing. But one of the tables that was in there had like a, you know, the rotating center part. So it had a rotated middle bit, and we were like, how can we gamify this? So Renner bought 2 decks of cards from Kino Kuniya, some Nintendo ones. So we had a double deck, and we had enough of us sat around this table. And basically, we came up with a game where basically we each had 7 cards in our hand, and then basically we had someone as the designated table spinner in the middle, and we had all the other cards face down on like the circumference of it. And basically we were spinning it and then taking one card off and then putting another card down. But you'd have to like audibly declare what card you were putting down. Yeah, it's called like a Lazy Susan, isn't it? Yeah. And that was really fun. So we played that game, and that was a lot of fun because there was just so much shouting. It was like, you know, Ace of Diamonds, putting that down, and just it was going around and around, and like by the time you finish looking at your cards and you hear the card that you want, you can't even see where they put it down. It was a very funny game, but we came up with it on the spot. We just went, right, these are the tools at our disposal. What do we do? But yeah. He didn't say the game just said that you used it to show pets. Yeah, we did. Yeah, so everybody would get a picture on their phone of like their pet doing something cute or just a picture, and then you put it on the table and just send it around the table, and everyone would like take a moment to have a look at the cute pets and stuff. That was a super wholesome moment. I came in like as that was already partway through, so I showed off some pictures of like of Kiki and Pascal, but then I had pictures of my daughters with the cats as well, so I threw them in for bonus points, and they were like, that's cheating, you can't be doing that. So that was also very funny as well. That was really, really good. Epidemic Sound has died again. Just play the music, man. So yeah, so that was that. Gosh, what else happened on the trip? Oh, did I this must have come up. If not, I'll be surprised. Did anybody talk about Impulse's like 2-story beer pong shot? I say beer pong, it was water in the cup and it wasn't part of a thing. Has that been spoken about yet? So there was basically... Oh, it has been spoken about. Okay, great. Good. So, quickie summary. Basically, the house was very tall, and there was just like this random balcony for some reason in the top corner of one of the rooms. And basically, we had a game where you would go up to the top balcony, and you could see the living room from upstairs. And basically, the goal was to throw a ping pong ball into a cup that had water in it, that was sat on a tray. And basically, you had 6 lives each day. So you had 6 lives. If you hit the cup, you got 2 lives back, and if you hit the tray that the cup was sat on, you got 1 life back. So we were rewarding good aiming because it felt like you were on the cusp of getting it, and we did it first day. Everybody had 1 go, although admittedly the 2 life and 1 life rule didn't exist on day 1. It was only day 2 we introduced the additional lives, and then yeah, basically second day, I think Impulse was like the 3rd person to go, maybe 4th person to go, and he finally nailed it, and we all lost our minds. Like, it was, and nobody played after that. It was very much somebody just needs to do it because we had the idea, and then Impulse hit it, and that was that. So yeah, crazy. Pong life, yeah. Can you imagine? I won't show the video of that just because that shows the interior of the place we stayed. But yeah, very, very, very cool. That was a cool moment as well. What other stuff happened? Oh, we played poker one evening. That was fun. So Skids and his wife basically taught a bunch of us how to play poker. And I think it was supposed to be a case of you play for a bit and then other people were going to come in and play. But the game ended up going for like 3.5 hours, something like that, until like somebody won fully. And even though me and Timmy were the beginners, we somehow ended up winning. I say we. I got second place and Timmy won. And that was that. What kind? Texas Hold'em? Oh, God, I don't know. Texas Hold'em rules. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Players use their 2 hole cards with 5 community cards on the table. That sounds right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what we played. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was that we played. So yeah, it was Texas Hold'em. So Skiz, it was like super educational because not only was Skiz like teaching us how to play, because I've played before, but I always struggle with knowing how much to bet and when to try and bluff and when to not. So he was like talking us through that, but also he was just telling us about like general etiquette of like when you're at a casino, don't do this, do this, that, and the other. Like you can't just put some chips in and then grab the other ones. It's everything has to go in one motion. And yeah, it was really cool. Texas Hold'em is Skiz's specialty. Yeah, it is. Like he's big brain. He was able to say like based on what was on the board and what the person had in their hand, he could tell them like the percentage chance that they could win that hand. He was like, oh yeah, that's like a 4% chance to win. How do you crunch the numbers like that? Like crazy. Like he's like big brain when it comes to that. So the fact we managed to get him off the table, quite impressive, I thought. I thought it was that was a big feat from us. I think if I remember correctly, it was who started the game. It was me, Grian, Khan, Ren, Skiz's wife, Skiz, and Cub and Timmy. And then I think Grian went out first because he just got bored really quickly. And then I think Joe's partner filled in for Grian's slot. And then I'm pretty certain that... No, who was it? No, I tell you what, it was False. False filled in for Grian's slot initially, and then False didn't want to play anymore, so False stepped out, and then that's when Joe's partner came in. And then after that, I can't remember the pecking order. I feel like Ren lasted a while, and then I think Cub went out as well. Cub was always the one where people would like call the bets, and then every time it got to Cub, because he was always the last one, or usually the last one, and it always got to Cub and he'd be like, I'm going to raise. And it's like, oh, dude, why? Why are you raising? Every time I was calling him the raiser because I was like, you're not sharp. You just keep bumping the price pool up. But yeah, he just kept raising, dude. Raising and raising and raising. Yeah, peak troller. He was just messing with us. But yeah. So that was good. So yeah, by the end of it, I actually felt like quite confident. I was like, ooh, I know when to bluff. I know when to do this. I know when to do that. I did need a little cheat sheet up, which said like, you know, the hands, if you will. So I did that. Need to turn off the automatic charity command. Yes, I'll do that now whilst we're chit chatting. So no, yeah, so that was really cool. So yeah, we did poker, we did swimming. What else did we do? Like we threw a football around a little bit, an American football, just to clarify. That was the thing. Nettie was taking the mickey out of me because I kept saying, where's that come from? Suddenly it's a Marvel Strike Force overlay in my stream elements. That's weird. But yeah, I because I was around so many Americans, I kept defaulting to American terminology. So like couch, garbage, stuff like that, just because it was easier to do that. Did Timmy watch the Arsenal game? We did. We ended up watching the Arsenal game. I can't remember how we watched it in the end. I swear we needed Joe to renew his like Paramount Plus subscription in order to watch it. I tried making an Amazon US account and that all worked fine. But when it came to adding on the Paramount Plus subscription, it needed an American card, not a British one. I even tried to do it with PayPal, no dice. So yeah, so I think it was Joe managed to get like a super cheap renewal cost. It was like $3 because he hadn't had Paramount Plus in ages. and it was like a welcome back sort of offer. So yes, we got to watch the Arsenal match, which was interesting. So that was good, and that was like Tango, Impulse, and Skiz. Like that was their first time, or not first time, but like they were enjoying asking questions and watching it because they didn't know all of the rules of it and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was pretty cool as well, like just sort of explaining it to them and stuff like that. So that was that. So yeah, so we had football, beer pong, lake. Oh, so I tell you what, I think it was when we were playing the rummy game with the table, a bat flew in. So we were literally playing, and all of a sudden the lights start flickering. We look up, there's a bat. So the bat's come all the way in from the outside. It's come through the main living space, down a corridor, and into the room that we were in. And it came in and flew up, and it hid them behind one of the beams. I mean, we never saw it again, and it could well still be there, I'll be honest. But we left doors open the rest of the time, so maybe it flew out when nobody noticed or what. But we were just like, oh my god. And the only thing that spooked me, like we didn't tell everybody, but Joe's partner was like, yeah, like bats around here like likely carry rabies, and I was like, okay, gonna make sure our bedroom doors and windows stay shut. It's like Jesus. But yeah, so there you go. If there's a bat, you may need to get a rabies shot. Yeah. So I was like, there was mention of rabies, and I was like, ooh, a bite from a bat can be completely painless. Oh Jesus. I mean, it definitely didn't make it up to our bedroom, I don't think. How can a bite be painless? I mean, luckily it was in a communal space and not in any bedrooms, so I think if anybody got bit, they'd know about it. They'd have heard the flapping of wings, and it would have been very much a known thing. Were you sharing rooms? We were, yeah. So I was with Impulse. Me and Impulse shared a room. Green basically both put us both in the same room because we both got masks to sleep in, sleep apnea ones. So we were basically just like Darth Vader and Bane at the end of the corridor. The machines are tiny and very quiet, but everyone kept joking that as they walked past our room, they could hear like... It's like, for God's sake. I can just imagine Green's little face when he decided to put us in a room together. So that's quite funny. It's very funny. And yeah, and I think that was the trip, without divulging too many more details or like going over stuff that other people have already said. I think that was kind of the gist of it. It was just really nice. Like it was after I did my really big swim that day, the like over half-kilometer one, there was just a moment where like it was just me and Timmy on the paddleboard, and the paddleboard was massive, like bigger than my desk. Like it was humongous. Like you could easily fit 4 people on it. Like there were people often standing up as a 4, or you could have 2 sat down and 2 stood up. And there was just a moment where it was just me and Timmy on that paddleboard, and we just like lay back and took the sun in, and just had our eyes closed and was just like hanging off the board as though we were like adrift at sea. And I don't think I felt that at peace and that calm for like quite some time. So yeah, it was nice. It was nice to have that kind of that decompression after what was an intense event, and then for me an intense period leading up to the event where I've had like health scares and like IRL stuff going on and all that sort of stuff. Like it was, there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on, but it was good. It was the reset that I needed. So yeah. Speaking of paddleboard, apparently Green did a cartwheel on it. Yeah, Green and Timmy did. And they must have mentioned this if they've already spoken about the cartwheels. But there was a moment where Green did a handstand. Was it Green or Timmy? It was those two doing it, but one of them did a handstand and caught the other one's legs. So they both of them were stood on the paddleboard and yeah, basically like caught them as they went up and stuff like that. But that paddleboard was great. I think because paddleboarding can be quite tricky to keep your balance on, but because it was so huge, it meant that everyone could do it and actually enjoy themselves rather than it feeling like too much of it like a challenge. So that was pretty cool. There was a few times where like there was one point where I can't remember what it was now. I think it was, what was it? I think somebody went on the paddleboard and for some reason they lost the paddle. So the paddle was drifted one way, they were drifting another. But for some reason, I think they weren't wanting to get wet. They just wanted to paddleboard and not fall in the water, which is a risky game already. And like, I just come down. I was planning on getting in the water anyway. And basically, I saw the paddle in the water and everyone was like, oh God, who's going to go in and get it for him? And they were like, nobody wanted to do it because the water was bloody freezing. And I obviously hear this conversation unfolding. So I like, you know, take my top off and I got my shorts on and stuff, and I put my phone down and take my sliders off. And then I just basically run down the dock, and it's quite a long dock, and then jumping over the edge of it, and I just did the Mrs. Doubtfire. I went, help is on the way, dear, and I just like sprinted and shouted that as I was going, and just like sprinted and just jumped off of it. I think I jumped over Gem, I think it was. I think Gem was sunbathing. I just cleared her. Just jumped straight over and straight into the water. Don't know if I splashed her or not. I'm not sure. But yeah, just sprinted and just went for it. And then I had to swim out to get the paddle and then swim it to whoever was on the paddle board. So that was quite funny. That was a good little moment. There was loads of just like little moments like that. One really sweet, wholesome moment was a bunch of us had never made s'mores before. Like we'd roasted marshmallows on a fire, like with camping trips, but myself and loads of others had never actually done the whole graham cracker chocolate, doing it properly. So I'm like, what, 35, and I'd never done a proper s'more before, so that was pretty cool. That was great. So yeah, that was good. They're so messy and delicious, right? I actually found mine was all right. Mine was pretty good. Mine didn't really fall apart. It was pretty together. I had like a beautiful toast on it. The toast on my marshmallow was so good that it felt like the top of a creme brulee. Like it felt like it was like crispy, crunchy kind of vibe, but without being like done. It was good. Apparently Green made some really good curry. He did. I mean, I don't know from my experience because it was like a satay sauce, which I'm not for peanuts. But everybody who had it was like, this is unreal. Like, this is really, really good. And he was chuffed because he obviously had to upscale that to feed like 10 to 12 people, I think it was. I think it was 10 to 12 people had the curry. And then I think like 6 to 8 people. I think a few people that had curry also had the tacos as well. So like Zed and Dot made tacos for everyone. So yeah, so that was good. But yeah, everyone raved about the curry. They were very happy indeed. The chocolate just melts from being in the marshmallow. It does, yeah. Just the raw heat. You got to do it quick though, like because otherwise the chocolate doesn't melt, and that's an issue. Doc or Dot? Sorry, I can't hear properly. Dot, D-O-T. But yeah. So yes, there was s'mores, there was curry, there was tacos. There was spag bol another night. I think we had pizza the first night just because simplicity. It was getting all the shopping in and taking it all out again. There's a really funny moment where in the kitchen, Kirsty was wiping the side of the kitchen and stuff, and she wiped over this one bit, and all of a sudden the center of the countertop just started coming up, and we were all like, what? Like, we didn't realize that was a thing. We thought it was like a metal bit that you pop open and there's like power supplies in it, but she just like wiped over it, and all of a sudden it started rising, and she was like freaking out. She was like panicking. So that was good. Impulse told us that story, how it timed well. Yeah, literally as they came in, we unpacked all the food into the fridge, so the people that shopped absolutely didn't need to unpack. And then yeah, literally as we finished that, pizzas went ding dong, door went and straight in, and it was like the perfect amount of pizzas as well, like 4 ginormous pizzas, but it fed everybody a good couple slices. It was really, really good. But yeah, no, it was good. It was good. I keep thinking that I'm done with the stories. Then someone mentions like a little quip from one story. I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. Because obviously not everybody would have seen everybody's perspectives. Yeah, it was good. He told us how it self-locked on him. Oh, did it? The door, as in the front door to the house. Yeah, it had like a digital numpad on it, which I put the code into. Didn't work. So I got locked out twice, I think. But then I just walked around the side of the house and just came in through the other door. But yeah, I got locked out a couple times as well. But yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it. From what I've gathered from like what people have said, it seems as though a lot of the hermits that weren't there this year have had massive FOMO, and they very much plan to come to any future events. Like, I think they've seen how much of a blast everyone's having, because we have like a photo album which is just for us, like, you know what I mean, like it's just us all sharing pictures, particularly from after the charity event and just the Airbnb bit. So I think some of the other hermits are seeing that and going, oh, it does look like a really nice time. You know what I mean? And even the charity event itself is super fun. So I saw that they were trying to convince B-dubs to come and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see who comes if there's another one. So that'll be pretty cool. B-dubs was saying he's definitely going to go next time. He should. It'd be really fun. It'd be really, really cool. It'd be really, really cool. On Pearl stream yesterday, B-dub says he's coming. Yeah. Doc had major FOMO. I think Doc was originally planned to go, but I think he had something come up that clashed with it, unfortunately. So I think he was like really, I think he was genuinely lined up to come along, but, you know, life happens and things get in the way. But he's game for the next one. Oh, was it passport problems, was it? Oh, I didn't realize it was that. Oh. Because then I swear I saw on, like, Twitter, like, a day or two into the trip, didn't he say, like, he was on holiday or something? And about how little Doc had to go into, like, A&E or something. So I just assumed it clashed with a holiday. That's what I thought it was. You went in Permit Master was so fun. You were locked in. I thought it was funny when they were like, take your best shot. And you went, oop, got up and vanished. Well, that's the whole reason for my video. So in my video, you'll get to see, I don't think it's every attempt, but you get to see what I got up to in that period when I ran out the room. The cat toys too. So the cat toys thing was nearly ruined, chat. So the cat toys thing started, and it was all Nettie's idea, the cat toy thing, by the way, like full credit to her. But basically, the original plan was I messaged Kirsty and say, hey, can you bring a cat toy? I want to prank Timmy. That was the gag. That was the joke. So we did that, and that was fine. And then when Timmy then told me that they were staying at Grian's the night before the airport, I was then like, oh, should get Grian's cat toy as well, because like, why not? And like, part of me was really tempted to get Timmy to grab it, because then he would think he's got a one-up on Grian, not knowing all the while that I'd gotten a one-up on him. But I was worried that it would trigger him, like, as in not trigger him as in like make him angry, but I was worried that he would clock on to the mischievousness and start to wonder whether I've gotten him as well. So I avoided that, and instead I asked Kirsty to grab that one. And then I messaged Grian's wife and asked whether she could pass something to Kirsty. But I forgot to mention, I think I did kind of mention it in the message, that we were doing it to prank Timmy. And I think I conveyed that it was also going to be a prank on Grian if we got one of Grian's cat toys. But for some reason, when Kirsty and Timmy got there, at some point in the evening, Kirsty told me that Grian's wife was like, oh, I've got something I need to give to you, but it's got to be a secret. But it was when Timmy was in the room as well. And apparently Kirsty was just like a deer in the headlights, and she went, no, shh, no. So then basically the jig was up a little bit. The jig was up a little bit. So like both Grian and Timmy both had an inkling that something was happening, but they didn't know what. They just knew that something had to be given to Kirsty, but not what it was. So they both were like semi-suspicious, but like, I think it was not ruined. Like it wasn't ruined to the point where it ruined it. You know what I mean? And it even still would have been funny regardless. Like I did have a little thing just in case, which was, so this was my backup. Where is it? So, but then also like this little thing, I probably wouldn't have mentioned the whole story that goes with it, because a bit awkward when you're in Minecraft's house and you're talking about 4J. But this was my little thing. This was my, oh gosh, it's really hard to get a focus on it. It's so bloody small. But this was my little thing that I would have shown off. It is dinky. Like you can see how small it is compared to like my fingernail. Like it is small. Like look, that's my fingernail. Look how small it is. It's tiny. So the story behind this is like a little like extra behind the scenes bonus type thing. This was actually acquired by me at the 4J Studios. So when I went there to go and look at the game Reforge, basically it had been a game at their office to hide these all over the place. And this one I found above, I think I found it above a bathroom door, like above like the door frame itself, like tucked slightly back, and you could just see a little fleck of yellow peeking out the top of us, out the top of it, and that's where this came from. And it's been in my backpack ever since because it's so small. So I think this would have gotten me points regardless. Like if I had to bail on the entire cat toy thing, this would have done the trick. You know what I mean? but yeah, so basically we got to the day of the we got to the day of the permit master. Everyone's in the lobby, ready to go. And then I turned to Kirsty and I was like, "You got the stuff?" And she was like, "No." So basically then she like had to make up some excuse to run back upstairs, even though we're all getting onto the bus ready to go over to the office. And yeah, basically I said, "Oh yeah, I need to go grab something as well. I've forgotten my my phone charger or something like that." So then I just waited at the bottom of the elevator for when Kirsty then came back down with the stuff. And then we staggered our walking back to everybody just so it didn't look too suspicious. So there was a few points it nearly like fell apart. Like it was, it was quite funny. So that was that. But yeah, it turned out great. And like I said on Tumblr about this, that the fact that Timmy went just before me in the Permit Master showing off the little thing was perfection. I completely didn't even think about how it would be better if he'd have gone first and stuff like that. And the fact he went just before me and I could say, "Oh, you got that from Green." Like the fact he had something from Green's house obviously wasn't planned. That was like a last minute thing for them. So the fact that I just managed to, it just all the stars aligned. It was crazy. The only thing that I had like scripted the whole time in my mind was "What are you laughing about? I've got one of yours and all." Like I literally like wrote that line in my mind and like rehearsed it almost like in the mirror that morning. And just the fact that like Timmy went before me, he had something from Grian's, I then had something from his, Grian's laughing away and I can turn around and bam that line. That's why the delivery was so strong on that line, is because I premeditated that line, and just honestly for that moment all the stars aligned. I think that's one of like my best moments of being like a content creator. Like that was just, it seemed so scripted because it went so well. Like it was just brilliant. It was really, really good. Like really, really good. I was really proud of that moment. And it was definitely a net that set the wheels in motion for that 100%. So yeah, it was good. Very, very good. So that was that. But honestly, Permit Master, I loved. Like I've seen people in chat saying about Skizzer's drumming and stuff. Like it was great. Like I came up with the melody or whatever, but he like spiced it up a bit. It basically, all I really did was set the tempo. I set the tempo or the BPM, and then Skizz just like went to town on it. And because he was consistent, and then I could just like, you know, just ride that rhythm. Like it worked. It was awesome. And that was the thing. So after all that happened, I couldn't remember how Skizz came about, because I think it was in a later challenge. I think it was when I went to go and get scissors from False for the chicken challenge there, or the hiding the carrot one. False went, "Well, no, you took Skizz from me." And I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, I don't remember that. And then later on in the evening, False mentioned it to me. She went, "Yeah, I went to go and get Skizz, but he was busy at the time. Like I think he was busy like prepping for another segment or like helping somebody with something." But then looking back on it when I've been editing today, it was Grian and Jem came in, and I said, "Where are the drummers?" And then Grian went, "Do you want me to go and get them for you?" And I was like, "Yes, please." And then it just kind of happened. Like, so I think it was just Grian went at the right time when they were finished with their joke. With their prep or whatever work they were doing. So again, it's another one of those stars aligning moments for me. Like I think that whole bit wouldn't have been as good if I had to play the beat as well as sing the song, and you know, Skizz wouldn't have been there with his like shades on and stuff like that. Like it's just, again, it's just those perfect little accidents, which is very much like the live series, right? We always talk about how the live series, it seems so scripted, but it's not. It's just a really fortunate, you know, sequence of events, which is really cool. But yeah, Skizz did great in that. It was awesome. Like just absolutely went for it. Cool. Props to G for it, man. Him running down the tunnel was so funny. So I'll show you that in my edit actually, just because I think it's really funny. Like I think this video is turning out really, really well, that I've done so far. Let me move these windows across a bit. Let me move this to here. Where is it? Nice. Cool. Yeah, let me find it in the episode. Where was it? It was like the first one, right? It was the face one. Was it this one? Yeah, it was. Yeah. So this is the way I've edited the way I've edited this so far. Let me pause the music. This is how this has come together so far.
Time is up. Time is up, everybody.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, wow. Wow. Please stop building, or she will disqualify you. Your interesting faces, if you could please make sure you're looking at them. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, there's a second part of this task.
Oh, no.
So, it's going to be good.
I found some really good music for
Ready?
this edited episode.
Using your real face, imitate the face you've just made. Jem and I will be coming round and judging how closely you imitate the face you just made.
How long have we got?
The closest imitation wins. Okay, we'll see you in 30 seconds, so get ready.
Sticky notes! You're running way too fast! It's just a fun little edit, that one.
Okay, who do you want to see first?
Well, I've done this. I've got an L. And I've
But
drawn some of the music is great. Like, even for the intro of this video. Welcome, everybody, to Like, listen to how taskmastery this music is. Like, it's so good. Is her assistant. The whole stream was about 2 hours long. Like, what other music have I got? There's quite a few tracks that I quite like. Oh, so that was that bit. What else we got?
You out of your mind?
Oh, that was the thing I did as well. So I would go sometimes and grab audio from some of the other broadcasters to like kind of tie it all together. So like this part where Pearl got like the 5 points. I need to grab some visuals of Pearl drawing on her forehead or whatever.
I will give you 5 points for that.
What?
You get 5 points.
Are you kidding me?
So like this track down here is Timmy from Timmy's VOD.
5 points.
Are you kidding me?
After all that hype,
Well
you
done.
give it to her.
Well done. You out of your mind? Wait, how many points
ready.
did I get?
Ready for another
I don't
task.
know. What do we
I
get?
really have this already open. Okay.
We've been robbed.
Guys, I don't even know what
Points we got.
Now there is a box in the middle.
But so that one's quite fun. What else have I got? Oh yes, I've got this one here. So
All right.
That was enlightening.
where is it?
I'll be chat.
And so I was. Oh yeah, here it is.
Discord, or you can
This is kind of spoilers, but sod it.
let us know
It's
when
fine.
you're ready to take the shot so that we can put it in our brain boxes to judge for later.
All right, best shot. I'll be chat.
And so I was off to go and find whatever I could. Just a slow that was
pan
the
on the
closest
chair.
equivalent to a beer pong shot. It's one of my somewhat useless skills that I can bring out at parties, and I decided I wanted to do it here. Of course, the Mojang office doesn't have red cups and ping pong
spoilers
balls, promotion. It does have a big Minecraft bucket and Satsumas. Luckily for me, Anthony from the socials team was game for helping out, so he became cameraman, and we headed out into the atrium.
Am I chasing?
Yep.
All right, go.
So this is what they normally do in Taskmaster, so I wanted it filming just from the get-go so that it feels more like the original show. You can see Joe's already out there doing stuff. I'm going upstairs.
Oh, upstairs. All right.
Anthony was such a good sport for this. I do sound like I'm kind of just barking orders here. It's a bit cringe. So much respect for Anthony stepping in on the hot ones. Anthony is brilliant. Like, he's such a lovely dude and clearly very like switched on and like, you know, tuned into like the community and creators and all that sort of stuff. He was the one responsible for the red carpet stuff, like Tommy and Jordan and everything like that. Like, he just great. By the way, some of these musical risers are so accidental. Like, some of them happen by chance and some of them I've managed to manually edit in, but I specifically bring the volume up so it, like, hits on the landing.
Close. Oh.
This is so funny, by the way. He said, look, I can see why he was confused. So he looks down.
Close.
You have to, like, pause the video to see it. Look at it. Look at it. It's hidden. It's wedged so deep that from his, like, angle, I don't think he could see it. But look at it. And it's gone. It's practically invisible. And I was up there going, like, why is he struggling?
Oh.
He thought I already had it back or something.
Where it went? I don't know. I'm panicking.
There we go. Love that. He's like, I'm panicking.
I don't know. I'm panicking. Oh.
And look, Skiz then walks in midway through, and
Oh,
he
this is an orange.
has the realization it's an orange.
Ah.
So close, dude. Dude, I thought I'm never getting invited back again. I broke the coffee machine this morning. Look at the splat. Where is it? Where's the freeze frame of the splat? Just the whole room just went, oh no. Look, look at it. Look at it. Look at all the juice just straight up on Anthony. Oh, dude, I just covered the socials lead with orange juice. And that stuff can like stain, and it can like almost like bleach tops and stuff. I was like, oh no. Look, it's all over the table, dude. And you know what's crazy? He threw it back. He threw it back again.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I can't believe after getting completely covered in orange juice that he was like, go again. Look at me in despair. I hit it numerous times and knocked it over. And this is the face right. Oh, Khan. Hey up, dude. Hello, 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 hello. Here of a desperate man. The clock is ticking down. I was just showing off some of the edits from my Permit Master bit. This is stuff that people won't have seen previously. This is all footage, and we don't have a shot just yet. It also started. Look at that. Look at it. Just what a mess. What a state. You want to see something real bad though? Look at that. So, for some reason when Anthony went, keep going, he then threw it up to me one more time, which I didn't keep left in the video. But when he threw it, it had fallen apart so much that when he threw it, it just hit the glass. And this here is me getting big wipes and leaning over as far as was safe and just trying to wipe and clean it all up. And just look how streaky it is. Dude, if I go there next year and those streaks are still there, oh my God. I was so sure I was going to get in trouble for that. I was like, oh my God. But then that's why this was the result. Very streaky, and I'm very sorry, Mojang. So we changed to the chicken. This is for you. I'm sorry. And then we just changed to the chicken. Like, oh my God. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So basically, that is the Permit Master episode. As I've done it so far, I want to add in more music, maybe put on some score overlays and stuff like that. So it will be what you've seen already on stream, but I think a much better viewing experience compared to previous. So yeah, craziness. But yeah, so I'm thinking of putting that on the main channel. I think Cherry said she could turn around a thumbnail by maybe by Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Which might be nice, actually, because then it's going to give me a bit more of a buffer to work on my first Misadventures episode from getting back. So, yeah. So, there you go. Oh, my God, Martin. Apparently, they let Tim have a creeper from it. They did from the office, yeah. I didn't steal anything from the office. I really should have. There was a room that was just filled with discontinued stuff, but it seemed to be too much on display. So, it was discontinued, but also, like, a shelf piece. I kind of wish I'd taken something, but I think I was already thinking, like, I've made a mess of their office. I broke the coffee machine. I've got an orange juice all up the walls, all over their socials lead. I didn't feel like pushing the boundaries much more. I didn't feel like doing anything extra. And I've already pied the CEO of Gamers Outreach. But, yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun. So, there you go. Oh man, but it was a great time, genuinely great time. And like Khan was there as well. Khan was vibing. Like it was just, we were having such a good laugh. Like whenever me and Khan are like around one another, we just constantly crack jokes and are cracking each other up. Like I think we've both got, like same with Pearl as well. Like it's a very silly, punny kind of sense of humor. It's a good time. It's a very, very good time. How do they keep inviting this guy back? I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's fine, just steal the creeper from Tim. Maybe I should. You know what I should do? If we go and visit them where they live in the summertime or something, I'll get Amelia to put on the puppy doll eyes and go, I'd really like that creeper. And see what's said. So yeah. Have you finally played the full release of Haste? You know what? I've not played a ton of it. I played it on stream a little bit during the charity event. And and I played it whilst Guess the Build was going on, and that's the most I've managed to touch it. Maybe we'll play it today. Maybe we'll play a little bit today. I'm not sure. But yeah, crazy. Crazy. Weaponized for cuteness. Yeah. So that Permit Master video I think will have come out in a couple of days. And then following that, we'll just kind of get back to Misadventures as and when. I think I'm still waiting on the stamps to go into the server itself. So I've not got that to really hit the ground running with just yet. But I know that the server is being updated imminently to 121. I'm not entirely sure when exactly that's happening. But yeah, so that's that. So it's all good. So now, I think, he says like an hour and a half into the stream, I think that's all my stories from the trip. I'm really trying to think through. Maybe if I look through my camera gallery, this will show me anything else that I've yet to discuss from the trip. Let's see. Let's see. There's a really cool shot, which I like. If I do a little, whew, you see that little quick twist? That picture is really cool. That picture is me, Timmy, Ren, Tango, Zed, Cub, Khan, Grian, all sat in like one long row together, which is really cool. What else have we got? That's all of the Airbnb. What other stuff we got? Oh, this is a cute one. I won't show you the visuals just because. So basically with Amelia and Robin, they're now at an age where like I think they look like how they're going to look for quite some time. So I've obviously had Amelia and Robin on stream previously, and maybe even Amelia I had on a little bit too old, as in, you know, she was too grown up. She didn't look baby enough in the latter parts of the stream she was in. But it's basically we're making a conscious decision now to not really show them on socials. But there's this cute little clip of Robin watching, I think it was actually the beginning of Permit Master, but you can hear her pointing me out when she spots me.
Is that it? Where'd he go?
She just keeps shouting, "There, Dad." She's giving Nettie like a hug and sitting on her.
Is that him?
Very cute. Very cute. What else we got? So those are shots from Seattle. We've spoken about the bookstore, spoken about Chinatown, spoken about the coffee machine that I broke. What else we got? I think that's everything. You know what? I don't know where it is, but there's a really cute picture of me, Ren, False, and Cleo when Cleo was on Cleobot, which was really cool. And I don't know where that picture is. I don't know if that's been shared publicly or if that's just the just for us one. This one as well didn't make the cut. This one was for just before we did the Imp and Skiz podcast, or Imp or Skiz podcast. But that one's really cool. So it's got the three of us in. But when I did the Instagram post, it like the ratio wasn't wide enough for it. I thought you could always set what was the widest image and then you kind of go from there with it all, you know what I mean? But that ended up not being the case. So yeah. Skiz is taller than Pearl, I believe. Yes, I want to say so. Were you pretending to not know about tree bark? Let's talk about this. Genuinely, no. Like, genuinely, I just thought it was like a really curveball question and just a bit of a random one. Hand on heart, pinky promise. In the moment, I was like, what? Like, I think I even say in the Q&A, I'm like, what is this? What are these random questions? I think I was just so, I don't know, just in charity mode and the event and stuff like that. Like, I started talking about like birchwood and stuff. I swear to God, it probably looks like I was doing the funniest, like, you know, deadpan, don't acknowledge Tumblr situation. But it was afterwards when Ren was like mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that's what that question was about. Yeah, Ren chose the questions. Oh, honestly, just that completely whoosh straight over my head. It looked like the funniest deadpan, don't acknowledge. Yeah, honestly, a genuine mistake. I wish I'd clocked it, because then I maybe would have done something funny with it. But I just gave a really boring, generic, like normal answer. Yeah. How tired were you? I mean, very, right? Like, I mean, was the Q&A on the first day or the second day? A funny little quip from the Q&A section was Timmy came to me afterwards, and I had numerous people, like, from my life text me after the Q&A, and all of them said the same thing. All of them just said one word, actually 2 words. They all said ravioli. Ha 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 ha. Literally, like, Nettie messaged me, said she burst out laughing. And then Timmy came to me and said, when you made that joke, he was like, the guys from Liquid Dogs who were in like the control room doing all the scene switching and all that sort of stuff, he said some of the guys in there burst out laughing. So the question, if you've not seen it, I mean, maybe I can even pull it up on the VOD. Was it day 2 or day 1? Because we'll watch a bunch of clips from the charity event as well. Let's see. Can you acknowledge the pig now? I can, yeah. The pig was actually being held up by the CEO of Gamers Outreach, which is quite funny. So if you imagine, we were in this big rectangle room, and the door was behind me to the left, as you may have seen from my broadcast. And then just across the hall from there was the room that was like a board room, and that was where we get food. Like, we had like catered food in there. And then that's where Zach sat the entire time. And basically, anytime he could hear me like doing my best Eminem impression, he would then come through and start doing the pig. And I thought it was a funnier bit to not acknowledge it. And we decided after the first day that that was a good bit. And I liked that people made the effort to come over during the dollar drives and do stuff in the background. Because me reading names isn't super entertaining. Like, it's impressive and it's cool to get all those people acknowledged and stuff like that. But it's not the most visually exciting thing. So it was great. It was great to get those like people involved and having them doing stuff. And genuinely, I don't know half the stuff that happened behind me when it happened, because if you can appreciate, I mean, you'll have seen when I pulled the screen up, it's literally 10 names, tick, tick, another 10 names, tick, tick. Like, it was just rapid fire, like so fast. Yeah, what day? It was day 2, wasn't it? The Q&A. Where's the joke? I'll show you the ravioli joke. Oh, here we go. So I can see the Q&A segment. So where's the ravioli bit? Was it before or after Joel came in?
To your toes, you can answer the question.
Okay.
I sound so nasally.
It was a very specific question.
For a little bit, seems strong. But I'll be real, I don't have a very good answer for that one.
Oh, that's
excellent. Yeah, there was a very specific question.
That's the tree bark question. So yeah.
Cub, a question regarding the permits from Silver Chimera.
Let's have a look. Where is it?
I can't.
Fifalicious 32. If you could fit any liquid in building these massive and
Minecraft block is 1 by 1 meters.
See.
Yeah, he is freaking.
This spreadsheet is a disaster.
Yeah, Ren was struggling with the spreadsheet. The BTS on that is that they had this pre-designated spreadsheet, and I think stuff was going into the spreadsheet quicker than people could approve the stuff on the spreadsheet. So a question would go in, and the separate team were approving them, and I think there was just a bit of crossed wires there. So when Ren was scrolling up and down the nearly 600 entries, he was looking for ones that had the green approval drop-down option on them. So we know for next time, if we do this, that the thing is to choose a question and go, that's approved, and put it on a separate tab on the spreadsheet. So the only thing that Ren is seeing are approved questions. But that was sort of what happened there. So if Ren seemed a little frazzled, but I think he held it together well, to be honest. But he was a bit harsh on himself afterwards, but he did great, honestly. Like, there was a flow to it continually. That's why, as well, I stayed in the room, because I could gauge the situation, and like that he was obviously stressed between my group and the next group that came, and I stayed there to kind of like hold the fort with him to kind of give him that support. So yeah, that was the reason behind that.
The wife was there.
Because sometimes you just gotta improvise. You gotta just
wildlife in the.
You just gotta play it by ear.
No, you can roll yourself.
Fits.
Just literally, I looked over at chat just then and I saw the quote, he should be more concerned with the way he was sitting rather than how he handled the questions. And then I look back at this screen and I've seen that for the first time. How did I not see that in person at the time?
Bye, Joel.
Bye, Joe.
See ya.
That's so... Dude's got, like... Does he sit on a yoga ball at home?
See ya.
What is that?
Oh
Good
man.
luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Luck.
Thank you, everybody.
Have fun.
Oh, the
Bye.
door is getting it.
Where's this
Rewinding
Where's
to
this
Rings.
pasta question?
Yeah.
So you want to soar through the air?
Let's rewind a bit more.
Like, sort of training arc, if you will.
Let's see.
And
Is
we'll
there
see
any
what we can do
through for the
through the room?
Is this just as we've joined in?
I'm gonna look at that cupboard right there, and you figure your.
I can't remember if it was before or after
You
Joel
look
came in.
fantastic. Very.
Does anybody remember?
Say hello
No way.
to.
I did radio, so maybe some.
What would you
Maybe it was after.
so far in our
I feel like Joel was in on.
Pretty
I feel like
good.
Joel was in on Pasta Talk.
And it's funny.
Brits in the room?
There was the cup of tea one.
Martin or Joel?
Mm-hmm. Joel feels very strongly about
Joel,
tea
over
bags.
to cup of tea.
Let's see,
Wait,
fast forward a bit more.
To be at a high.
With you, or
It's a
is
suitcase.
or in the
It was
chat
post Joel because
comments
Joel
go
said Penny.
around.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I feel like he had a
Really?
choice.
The one that I constantly like.
And then that was my advice one, which was surprisingly deep.
Yeah.
Or past the shape.
Past the
Ooh,
shape.
good.
Ooh.
Oh,
This
here
is
it
a good
is.
one.
This is the one.
Ren.
So this is the joke that made like Nettie laugh at home and the guys laugh in the studio. It doesn't really make anybody in the room laugh at the time because I think it's such a random question that like Cub, False, Joel, Ren, they immediately in their heads were thinking, right, what do I say here? What do I say here? What could be funny? Like they immediately go like inward for a moment when I crack the joke.
What pasta shape are you?
Pasta shape.
Yeah.
Or past the shape.
Past the
Ooh,
shape.
good.
Okay. What do you think?
Go on there, man.
Lot,
It's got to think. It's a
I'm built like a
difficult
ravioli. I know that much.
little elbow
question. I
macaroni.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
God.
Macaroni.
Macaroni.
Macaroni. Macaroni.
Right, hold on a second. I see Portal there saying Martin's giving Farfel. What the hell is that? Am I about to unmod somebody? Let me see. Hold on a minute. Bow. You think I like a bow? What? Damn.
Macaroni's scrawny and slimy and whatnot.
It depends how you prepare it.
Right. Unmod.
Yeah.
Or past the
To be honest, bow is actually like a bit of a compliment. That's saying I've got an hourglass figure, tight at the waist, big on each end. I'll take it. You're getting a raise if anything.
Shape. Okay.
You're getting a raise.
What do you think?
Go on there, man.
Lot,
It's got to think. It's a
I'm built
difficult
like a
question.
ravioli. I know that much.
little elbow
I
macaroni.
mean, yeah.
But that line, apparently the ravioli line, just sent people. Apparently some people just absolutely died at it. I think if you look at like Scar's VOD, because there was a couple of moments from the broadcast where I've gone back and actually watched it from numerous people's perspectives just to see their chat's reactions. And that was one of them. And like various like lol emotes and stuff like that, like in that moment, which is pretty funny. So yeah, so that was good. That was a funny one. What other moments were there? Like, it's hard going back through it, isn't it? I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me pull up Twitter. So I did a Twitter post basically saying, like, because there were so many perspectives, so many POVs, and, like, so many people streaming, and people in different rooms, and stuff happening on mainstream and happening off stream, and all that sort of stuff. There's so much that I will have missed from those couple of days that I asked on Twitter for like, clips and moments. So I thought maybe this could be quite good to... look through. So let me go to there. Ooh, and drag this one across. Hold on. I just wanted to have a look at and react to a bunch of stuff. I think there was even like proper like out of context videos as well, or like a favorite moments video and stuff. So let's have a little toddle through this. So it's a screenshot, but I hope this counts. Jem posted the bracelet VOD on her channel, which is where this is from. Making the bracelets, by the way, was super fun. Like I really, really liked it. It's something that I definitely want to do with like Amelia and Robin. I think Amelia could do it now. She might not quite still have the dexterity yet to thread them properly, but she at the very least could choose the colors. But I reckon she might have it. But yeah, during the Q&A, Skiz found the Minecraft movie sword. That was so cool to see. I've got a shot with that sword actually. Timmy sent me a picture with it. Originally, that sword was what we were going to use to do the head cut on Ren. Where is it? Where's Timmy? There's Timmy. His camera's so nice. This is a picture that hasn't made it to the internet yet either. This was me with all the cards from the Dungeons game. So I didn't realize that you don't just get a card when you like finish doing something in like the dungeons game, like a level. It's if you die mid-level, it just spits another card out and goes, here you go, try this one. And it just throws something out at you. Oh yeah, this is it. So this is one of the shots with the sword. I like I'm auditioning for the film. Plain white background and the sword there. And then there was this one where the sword is more towards the camera. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. Oh, this was a cool one. And this one I still kind of want to post, actually. This is me with the Ender Cup. So it turns out there is a 5th Ender Cup. There wasn't just the 4 that were made for the winners. There was a special 5th one, which resides in the Redmond office. Maybe there's one in the Sweden office as well. I don't know. But I got to hold the Ender Cup, which was pretty cool. So that's a pretty sick shot. So yeah, there's still a few more pictures that are like that are good. Oh, this picture's cute as well. It's us outside the fish market. So the gang that did the seafront walk and stuff, which was good. So there you go. And then just by chance, on the way back from that, so we did the fish market and then we walked back up the pier again. And I think it was just out the other side of the fish market, we ended up crossing paths with who was it? It was Khan Gem Green and somebody else. But we just happened to bump into them randomly. Like we had the whole of Seattle downtown to explore, and we ended up like walking into one another. Okay, Martin, for the first picture, can we talk about your face? My face? What the Legends card one? It looks like I've lost all my teeth though, right? There you go. Calm Gem Green. I think Gem actually took like a massive group selfie when we all met up there. I don't know whether that's out and in circulation. That's the thing. There's so many moments and so many pictures that were taken that I don't know what's been shown publicly and what hasn't. You know what I mean? Let's have a look. So this is a YouTube video. 28 minutes. Good God. Right, hold on. We'll skim through this. We'll skim through this. Let me pause that bad boy there. Where is it? There we go. How so good. Oh, it's me. Oh, I think that's when they were asking if people can see them.
Guys, I'm gonna vanish under the desk real quick. 1 minute.
Oh, that got caught on camera. That's so funny. Dot had no say in that, by the way. I just literally like, oh, I'm blurry. Whoop. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I literally, we were doing the gun shooting thing, like the Nerf guns. And then I needed to go and get something. I can't even remember what it was. I needed to go all the way over towards Timmy's desk. And I just literally used Dot as a meat, like a meat shield, like just on the chair and just wheeled her. Look, she picked that up. And like nobody got me on the way there, but on the way back, just bullet after bullet after bullet just hitting my back.
Maya Pedley, we got Chef, I want to say. We got
yeah, see this? Never seen this before.
Can you see my foot?
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good bit, that.
Can you see my foot?
So for context, somebody in chat said, have Gem sign your ankle. And Pearl read that out loud, like proper Anchorman, you know, I'll read anything on the prompter style. Gem overheard this, and then when Pearl puts her leg out, Gem just goes, yoink, and she's gone. And then signed her leg.
I told Skiz. I told him that they weren't gonna guess it. They didn't give enough.
Keyboard
What
dust.
the heck?
100, the $1. Scar is a QT. Oh.
Yeah.
Got
They're not wrong.
You guys are amazing.
They're not wrong.
You guys are
him.
amazing for $10.
Scar is a QT.
And we can see every single live stream. And we're seeing numerous versions of ourselves right now.
Yeah.
And I have not pressed this yet.
I
If
would
press...
like to say, Martin, we do look incredibly handsome. on
Right?
this
This is
Look at
catching
this.
our good sides.
I mean, we are
I didn't realize I had one, but
dashing,
this is
dashing young lads.
not bad.
I must say.
Not bad.
To be fair, it's not my good sign. My fringe doesn't quite reach all the way around. What is that? Is that a foot condom? Like, what am I looking at here?
I mean, come on. Art. It's so obvious.
I want to say something about Etho. We asked him if we could have the tissue box
Yeah,
from his setup,
I heard about this.
and he said he still needs it.
Yeah. And we understand it. That's a vital aspect of his setup.
Oh, speaking of the auction, by the way, so I'm obviously playing in. Oh, wait. Let me not spoil anything. Let me check something real quick. There's something I need to check. Maybe nearly spoiled something. No, it's cool. We're fine. We can talk about it. I'm in MCC Twitch Rivals, Rotterdam, which is great. But basically, I tried on my jersey from my Aqua Axolotl one. Does not fit. Very, very much does not fit. Like it hugs me. And the size of that one is the size of the one that I've put down for the event. But I did message Avondale and was like, look, can I get a bigger size if they've not already been ordered? So I'm going to order like a bigger one. Like I think that one's an XL. I definitely need a double, maybe even a triple potentially. And basically the plan is if there's ever another Hermit charity event, whichever jerseys I don't use, I will bring those for the charity auction. And same as well for this little guy. This little guy never made it onto the auction. I had put the request across, but I think Stage was so busy with a million other things. Like Stage is just an absolute unit. Like she works so unbelievably quick and can spin so many plates that if there's ever a future one, I would love to put one of these little guys on the thing as well. And also the even some of the MCC TCG stuff. Like I feel like if we were to do one next year or in the future, I finally have stuff that I think would be cool to sign and actually have on the auction, if that makes sense. So yeah. Who is Sage? No, Stage. S-T-A-G-E. 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 That's right, yeah. God. It just sounded wrong when I spelt it out then. But yeah, basically Stage works for Gamers Outreach, basically. I don't know what like her official job title is. But basically, when we're at the event, if we need anything, stuff put on the auction, if we need questions taken from donations and put into spreadsheets and stuff like that, basically, literally anything, Stage is the one that we go to for it. And then anything to do with the building was Anthony from the Minecraft team was the one who we go to for that. So yeah, let me see if I can find. Her official her official title. That's it. She's talent director at Games Outreach. I didn't realize she literally has the Twitter handle Stage. That's crazy. That's a great username to have. Holy moly. Damn, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, she's just crazy good. Like she's crazy good at her job. The other thing, right? Check this out. So when I tweeted saying, "Oh no, I've got lava chicken stuck in my head," and I tweeted before my flight saying, "Oh my god, I've already got this song in my head and I'm not even on the plane yet." Someone then replied to my tweet saying, "See you soon," and I was like, "What? What do you mean, see you soon?" Jaywitz. I'm sure some people in chat will know Jaywitz. OG YouTuber, like famous nerd, like Pokemon connoisseur, like Jaywitz works for Gamers Outreach. Jaywitz is the talent manager, and I didn't know this, which is really cool. So basically, got to meet him in person at the event and stuff, and like we've both known of each other for years. Like we were both in Polaris, the game TGS, whatever it was called, the game station, like back in the earliest days, like Maker Studios and all that. It's a huge throwback, like huge throwback. And then we were trying to figure out if we'd ever met, and the only place we could think we may have met was PAX West, I guess, which would have been in Seattle many a moon ago. But yeah, that was pretty cool to like finally hang out. So we both felt like we may have met before, but it felt like we were meeting for the first time as well, which was sick. Did you see Scar is now on the board of Gamers Outreach? I did, yeah. How cool is that? And like, that's not just some like honorary title or like, oh, like he's done so much for us, let's like give him a plaque. Like, no, Scar is on the board. Scar now gets a vote, which makes a difference and helps shape the direction of the charity. Like, he's on the board, not just like a board, the board, which I think is so sick. So, it's very cool. Very, very cool. So you know what? I've not seen any of the Quiet games. I almost want to sit down and watch the Quiet Games as a standalone stream. So maybe we'll do that this week at some point. So the Quiet Games I've not watched. I've also not seen the phone call with the director of the Minecraft movie. Didn't see any of that. I was too busy breaking coffee machines. And I'm sure there's other stuff from the weekend that I just didn't get to see. Is this the head pat? I've seen that like gift to infinity and beyond, and also I've seen somebody I've seen somebody turn that into like a chibi Minecraft like pixel art type thing. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? It should just be my likes. Where are we looking? Twitter likes. Let me scroll through. I've got so many likes, dude. Jesus. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm sure I took a picture of it like the day after. Or I left a like on it the day after. Where is it? This is all... To be honest, the majority of my likes in a minute are Minecraft builds. What's that one? That one's quite good. Good old picture of me pretending to be my build. Love that. Where is it? Oh, these are really cool. These were some of my favorite pieces to come out of the charity event in terms of like fan art and stuff. Was people drawing people's like skins / personas on top of their actual bodies. I thought that was really cool. And then this is the one that I was thinking of, was this one just here. Look how cool that is. I love it. I love it. Very, very good. Very, very good. Oh, play.
Punch me in the face.
Oh my god. Right. Let's talk about the Zap real quick. Oh, dude, let me show you the thumbnail. So I've got that going out as a clip today. Look at the thumbnail that I've done. Check this out. Look at that for a thumbnail. I managed to get some like just random electric lines or whatever. It just makes Skiz look so powerful. But yeah, I think that thumbnail just works really well. I think the title of the video is something like "In the Littlewood has a shocking time" at the Hermitcraft charity event. Buddy is such a Skiz word, right? Like, Skiz doesn't have a nickname for me. Like, he has Jimmy Jangles for Timmy. And then, yeah, basically, I don't think he has one for me. I think he just calls me Martin, which is totally fine. But to give context to this, we tried those shock collars the day before to, like, test them and see how strong they are or painful they are. Oh, Jimmy Jiggles, that's it. And basically, they put it on my arm. I came into the room when they were already midway through doing this, and they put it on my arm, and they did a 10, and all it did was make me, like, clench my fist and go, oh, that's a bit sharp. So I was thinking, like, okay, I mean, if green starts at a 7 here, or goes up to a 10, or does higher, like, I could probably handle that. I could probably even handle it to the 16. Then the 16 was the ceiling of it. But I think when I was having it tested on the first day, because I took 2 hits of it, I think I took a 10 and a 12 the day before, as like I just want to see what this is like, not anticipating that this would ever happen. But it was Impulse that held it on me. And I think Impulse just kind of rested it on me, whereas Skiz was pressing it down, like the way it's meant to be done, in the way that it would actually be worn when you tighten the strap and stuff. So this just like, oh God. What I thought was a 10 the day before, compared to this, when it's actually on properly, I would say felt like a 4 or a 5. So it was like twice as bad as the day before.
Let's build him up. Let's build him up. 7.
Build!
We're done building. We're done building.
This is the worst roller coaster ever. Ah! Yeah, 10!
I thought I was out of the woods. This segment was over. I thought, cool, we've done it. Very funny. And then, you know, the irony of it, I took my jumper off like 5 minutes before because it was getting so hot in there with all the people, all the lights, all the laughing. Like I was sweating. And it just made it that much easier for him.
Oh, I like this much better.
Although I think I'd rather it up here than on my forearm. Like, good God.
Worst roller coaster ever. Ah! Yeah, 10!
Oh, I like this much better.
Oh, no, I'm out. No.
That last one, oh my God. I don't think I've ever screamed like that in my life, other than one time when I was a kid and I took a load of skin off my heel from wearing boots when it was snowing. And then I put antiseptic white on just like the open wound. I mean, that's the only other time I've screamed like that. It was a Tom and Jerry, yeah. It was a Tom scream, wasn't it?
Oh, I like this much better.
Oh, no, I'm out. No.
Oh my gosh.
They got me bad. I was not ready for that. That was so close. I nearly spat my drink over my whole setup.
That was only a 5? That was only a 5.
God.
Key.
I don't know why I took a drink there. Oh my God, that was close.
Stop doing that. Get it off me. Get it off me. No, no, you do it.
Look at Skids jumping around.
It's like, oh my gosh, let's go to the big redstone genius himself, Mumbo Jumbo.
Dude, I didn't realize to what extent Mumbo was involved with the movie, by the way. When they said he was a consultant, I thought it was more like, what's the vibe? What's the aesthetic? What's like simple redstone? Like, I didn't realize it was like, I saw Mumbo's video yesterday of all of the trap designs and everything like that. I didn't realize quite how elaborate and in-depth his consultancy was. I was really, really blown away by that. Like, they better have paid him a lot of money to do that as well. That is such specific and, like, you know, intricate knowledge of the game. Like, oh my God.
Being the keyword. Big being the keyword. He's a unit.
Yeah. Dude, he's a tall drink of water, that guy. Holy
Right? You can see the pattern.
That's great.
There's a pattern. Purple, 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 yellow, yellow, purple, 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 yellow, purple, 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 yellow, yellow, purple, 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 yellow. That's the pattern.
Someone needs to remix that. Oh, did I get the nose? I was loving watching this. So I was supposed to be in this, right? So I signed up to participate in this, like whenever we hit the milestone, because this was on the milestone wheel. So I signed up to participate in this. And because Green was absent from the room, I think they were just going to call it. And that's why they shrunk it down to a like semi-final, final situation. And then basically, like obviously I didn't play. And then Green came back in the room and then Skiz wanted some of that. And so they did that. So I just got off scot-free here.
Let me do your head. Let me do that.
Wait, Martin, the background of the purple yellow one. What was that?
That's the pattern. Purple, 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 yellow, purple, 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 yellow, yellow, purple, 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 yellow.
What's the background? Oh, that. Oh, God. Feeding birds makes them sick? I don't know.
That's the pattern.
From laughing.
That was so literally, I leaned into Cleo. Maybe Cleo was streaming at this point, and I leaned into Cleo and said, if I go up there and I've got water in my mouth, I'm slapping Skiz. I literally said that. I turned into the camera towards them and was like, and this is what I'm doing, just so you've got a heads up. And basically then Skiz then waxed Tango, and I think you might even see me turn to Cleo here and say, like, he's already done it. He's already done it.
Oh no, he's gonna lose from laughing. Oh no. Let me do your head. Let me do the head.
Plans for where the funds. We'll take the lot.
Right.
Don't know. I haven't seen the outside in about 2 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Joel, that's me asking for help. I need you to rescue us.
God, my voice is so nasally. It's so annoying. Why
don't
can't
know
I
what
just
kind of,
have
kung
like
fu
a
you
bit
can
of
do with
loose?
that robot?
Yeah.
But just if you could just kick someone from Mojang in the shin and then we'll make a break out the door, I think that'd be grand.
It has no arms or legs.
Kick
It's going to
someone
be
in
quite
the
a challenge.
Yeah, go on, you got it.
Oh, that works.
Me? Not me! I'm asking for help and you assault me?
That kind of works.
Right, you're going in timeout. You forget I can pick you up.
Put him in the corner.
Yeah, that's
Put him in
right.
the
There we
corner.
go. There we
Yeah,
go.
you know what? You're gonna look at.
We're putting him in
You're
the
gonna
corner.
look at that cupboard right there, and you figure
we
your way
go.
back.
You're good on the mic, by the way.
Good
Keep
luck.
things flowing super well. Yeah, I try to. There's always that risk, though, isn't there, of trying to fill dead air, so that there's no kind of awkward lulls, but also allowing some things to sit so people can take those moments in. But also, it's such a hard balance of trying to keep flow going, letting things breathe as and when they need to, but then also not trying to seem like I'm trying to make it all about me. You know what I mean? Like there's a real etiquette and a real balance to it. I think my radio experience helps me with that. Like, you know, that I did prior to YouTube. So I've had a lot of training and discipline with it, but when you've got so many voices in the room, like it's sometimes hard to find that. To be honest, I didn't find at any point in the weekend that I felt like I was overstepping the mark or like squashing other people down. Like I was letting everybody get their punchlines in, and you know what I mean? Like I felt this whole weekend, like this whole charity event, I really was like quite proud of how it did. Why am I crying? I was very proud of how it did, and I'm very proud of like what we did. You know what I mean?
Joel's in the naughty corner, everybody.
It was just brilliant. It was
He's
really
looking
fun.
at the corner.
Everyone showed up
You are
and
so
like
much
showed
more
off. It was sick.
He was using it.
He's okay. He's okay. He can manage.
It was a good time.
No.
Who's that holding
Don't
up
do
Timmy?
it. I have 2 boys at home, Norman and
Is
Flick.
that
They need
Kirsty
me.
or someone else?
They need their father.
Howdy, Jim.
He's at the top of my list.
So as you know, Nerf darts, it's Nerf or nothing when it comes
Is
to
this where we
every
get the Green like Jim Halpert moment?
sport. And their favorite green-themed hockey team is the Newfoundland Growlers. And so these
I'm
Nerf
sure
darts,
there's a
they all
moment
get
where
together and they
Grian
get in
turns
their
to the
Green
camera
Man
and does like
costume, and they
a,
go celebrate the
what
Growlers,
is going
and
on
they
here,
go,
face?
And you know what? This carrot, he's trying.
Let me fast
Hopefully
forward.
it all goes well.
Oh, is
You
it
know, it's one
here?
of those things where he's trying to blend in. So he's along for the party, hoping to impress the pop.
That shot there, so good. So I saw someone in chat earlier on saying like, oh, the production team like really got what the Hermits were about and this, that, and the other. That wasn't the case initially, but it's almost more like praise and applause to them that they adapted, because in the pre-event meeting that we had like the week before, we were trying to explain what we want to do, what our goal is. And they were talking about having like a cameraman for stuff. And we said, well, we're happy to shoot stuff ourselves and this, that, and the other. And they were a bit like, okay, if you're sure. Because, I mean, they've done big projects, right? They've done like Pokemon World Cup and like loads of esports stuff. Like they're used to doing like really professional things. And obviously we wanted this to feel very homebrew. And like, we were like, yeah, like one of us can just like hold the roaming camera at times and this, that, and the other. But like after a while, like after like I think maybe even like a slot or two into the first day, I think they understood the pace and the tone of everything, and it meant then from like, you know, the end of the morning of day one through to the rest of the whole thing, they clocked in, they tuned in. I think as soon as they realized this was more like comedy based and silly and laid back, like they really like they just got it, you know what I mean? I think as soon as they grasped it, they were like, yeah, got it.
Hopefully it all goes well.
And they
So
were
he's in here
great.
too, but, you know,
There was times where like I was doing stuff with the bloody chicken and the carrot and stuff, and I literally the camera guy, the roaming camera guy, he was on the mic. He was like, cut to me, this is really funny. Like, so they were actively communicating. It wasn't just the one person sat in the control room looking at the 20 outputs and going, oh, we'll take that one. Like, yeah, they understood the assignment. Like they really synergized really
you
quick.
wouldn't know it. He's just getting along with everybody.
It was great. Oh, dude. Jem said, like, I didn't hear any whispering or I didn't hear any talking and this, that, and the other. Like, we obviously discussed the handshake we were going to do in the room. It was literally the bucket that I used for the chicken shot thing. I'm pretty sure at this point still had Nerf bullets in. So we just grabbed a handful of them out each and then did that. And then as we were walking down the corridor and through the dining hall to get to this room, we were like discussing how we were going to do it. And then as we got closer to that room, we then just started whispering. So to them, it seemed like we just were silent the whole time. But then Pearl said hello. We walk in and Grian went, hello, everyone. Or Jem said hello, everyone, whoever it was. And Pearl went, hello. And Timmy just looked at her like, sort of thing. But we kept it minimal.
Silently, let's see your secret handshake.
I don't know where this, I don't know where I decided to take director role on this, but I was like, Timmy, Pearl, me. 1, 2, 3. I don't know where that came from, but afterwards, Timmy was like, thank you for doing that. We really needed it. I was straight out. No bowing. I was just gone.
Yes, neither one of us.
Oh, is this a gem scare? It's got to be right.
No! Ah! Not now, Jeff!
Oh no! See, this is funnier. Maybe the clip is on Twitter. There's a clip where basically, is this it? Maybe this is the one. This is it, I think.
That is the worst. Green, we can't focus. That's the worst.
Such a good cut. I honestly thought these were for Permit Master because we went to the store the day before and I thought they were for Permit Master, but it turns out they weren't. So I was already getting ready to write like songs and jingles and stuff. I wanted someone to grab Jay-Witz for the Permit Master song since he can beatbox. Can he? Well, I know that for next time if there's a next time. Holy moly. That's secret knowledge that I'll probably forget in 20 minutes, but still.
It is me.
She's even got the waffle on the back of the head.
It is me.
The waffle on the back of the head. That's very good.
Look at those two.
It's uncanny.
They're twins.
All right.
No?
Again, that's another office
You
clip,
know the
isn't it?
difference, right?
Yeah, they're good disguise.
Yeah, well, take that, Jem.
I'm so glad Cub had this
There we
wig.
go.
I just straight up stole that. Like, I didn't even ask. I just walked over and took the wig. He might have even been sat at his computer or something when I took it.
There we go.
I just grabbed it.
And then I take a picture of him.
Oh, the trolley. The trolley's coming past.
I'll have some peanuts.
Oh, look at the big Oh, I love it.
As well.
Nice guy.
Work like everyday hands. Do you want to show the camera, Jen? Yeah, I can bring them over here. Hi, this one. Hi.
Hi, with the tiny hands. So imagine that accent, but even more amped up for All Star. It was great.
Green's house. I got this from your house. It's Norman's. I was like, you know what the best little things are?
I didn't tell anybody this was happening, by the way. No one had a clue. I didn't give Ren a heads up. I didn't give anybody a heads up. Like, this was very much just I kept it under wraps.
I thought, I'll bring a cat toy, but then I thought, no, I want them to play with them while I'm away, so I took yours.
That's Jimmy's?
That's Jimmy's cat toy. Let me show the camera real quick. There you go. Look at that. Little cat toy. I don't know why you're laughing, because I've got one of yours and all.
Such good camera cuts for it as well.
For you. That one's for you. I would do a mic drop. I don't want to break it.
What am I? I'm in Mystery Hermit. I'm a judge. I'm judging a lot today. It feels like whenever somebody needs somebody to be really judgmental, I'm hired. And I can see, have you seen the picture that...
But Jem's good for the role, right? Like, Jem has that kind of, like, disappointed mum that's just like, boys will be boys. Like, it's that kind of, like, vibe, right? But you know that even if she says something that, like, kind of cuts a bit deeper, like, you know there's no malice in it.
tweeted, actually.
Like, she's
I can
perfect
actually
for the
see
role.
why that would be the case, because
Very
I
good.
actually just give, like, the most intense looks. Just constantly.
I haven't seen that shot before.
To judge a couple.
Just that dead stare on
Ren.
the bus.
Diggity. Diggity dog.
He's trying, bless him.
Ren diggity dog.
Yeah. Red diggity dog.
Diggity dog.
Just that he's given up.
Ren diggity dog.
Detention hair. Goodness me.
That should be like a sub sound.
We got Mac B Cheesy. We got Jamie W.
My camera like washed out, dude. It looks like quite like. It looks like it's missing a filter.
1342. That's a skill, I'm telling you. That is a skill, being able to do that. Frozen Jokes, Mystic Owl. We got
A bit. Someone make a montage, quick. Montage, quick. Best shot. Best shots. All best shots. I got Khan as well. Yeah. Clip it, guys. Clip it. Someone make a montage.
What's going on there? What's with the stank chair? What's that?
Did you get him?
He whoopee cushioned him. You know what, chat? My butt is so big that when I sat on that whoopee cushion, nothing happened. How sad is that? I think it literally just landed between the cheeks, and there was not enough downward force in order for it to go. Because Grian nearly got me, and just nothing happened. He was so disappointed. My butt absorbed the sound. Yeah, sure, why not?
Did you get him?
Woo! So, chat. I just sat on a whoopee cushion, chat. Welcome. I am Cub Ross, apparently full of flatulence.
Cub Ross is so good.
Now you can thank Jem for that word.
That's what word?
Story. You know why, right? You know why.
Why?
Do we?
Toy Story, because you're a toy.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
He should have just logged out.
No, I'm a
That's the one time that we had the capability to go and just drop kick someone.
I'm adulting?
That should have happened.
Something else.
Did Zedaf not get the memo that is Ren on Zedaf's? Zedaf, I will kill you in game. And then with the Nerf gun.
Watch this. We're just gonna troll. We're gonna troll Skiz. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Skiz. Might take him a while to get to the next sign.
What's he gonna do? Die at green already? The immediate hey. It's the fact he's right over his shoulder.
We should just get it and then just walk in here like Terminator, dude, and just be like, hasta la vista, babies.
It's a good guess for what I had.
False guess.
Gluten intolerant bear.
Maybe that's what's happening.
So I did.
Fair, I can see that.
Don't make any noise. Shut up! You're giving the game away.
Leave the chicken alone, dude.
Shh.
This is what I want the thumbnail to be, by the way. I've already said to Cherry, like, can that be the thumbnail for the thumbnail for the Permit Master? Like, I can show you my sketch that I've done. That's the sketch that I've done. So it's me with the scissors and the chicken. And basically Green and Gem coming in the background and looking disappointed. It's that caught in the act. So that is that this is the level of skill and fidelity that, you know, Cherry gets sent. Clearly Cherry's thumbnails are only that great because I give her such wonderful direction. So there you go.
You can't steal my idea.
What?
I'll be honest, I panicked when I realised Pearl was also putting it in the chicken, but I was like, I can't come up with something else.
That's not a rule.
I'd spent too long to find scissors.
That's not a rule.
Yeah. What's about the halfway point? Oh no,
I'd say you're slightly past it, but that's
Jen,
okay.
I've charmed
Because
all
it's
over
a
the
circle.
floor.
It's fine. It's
Charmed all over the floor.
Okay, sorry.
Dude, Zed was coming out with some zingers this trip. Like, Zed really was cracking me up this time.
halfway?
Well, it doesn't really matter because it's a circle. So.
Explain this like I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, it's a circle. Circles go round and round. Okay.
I don't know how to further explain the circle.
told you, toddler, Zed.
Hold on.
I can't do better than circle.
I know what a circle is. I know what a circle is.
Maybe I'll put myself up here because
Good job.
the game bar's there most of the time.
hard to hide. You were hiding it well until your eyes started sweating and you were talking like an auctioneer. Very good. Very good. All right, get out of here. It's time for round two. Does Tango need milk before we go? Tango's not human, dude.
He's still, his face is still red.
I gotta get back before I crash. Things I don't want to do.
Oh, false. I watched you.
Damn.
What do you guys think? I can't get him to stay.
I want you to smile more.
Anything?
So good.
Stuff.
We go through.
How do you feel about tree bark?
How do you feel?
Is it worth the tree bite?
Thing question?
Feel?
Like the bark of a tree?
I was showing them the Tumblr last night.
Dude, you know.
See, I wasn't there for that. Jem says the Tumblr as though it was specifically tree bark.
See you searching through tree bark, hashtag tree bark. You're going through it, bud.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
What are you talking
all right.
I wasn't there for
I
this
see Martin poking
exploration.
in. No, I'm joking, he's not there.
Moving swiftly on.
No, we're not using Discord. Learn how to use flipping Minecraft. We do it.
What that looks like him. Oh look, we got a real life comparison. Why would you do this? This is horrible. I don't. You know what? It's actually kind of a beat, but it's really distracting.
Yeah, Green was getting pretty good with that, and also like the dog guitar back towards the end.
Right, let's get the imitation going. Do you want to get webcam going and full screen here?
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me just in the background, just. I've had enough of this shit. Oh God.
You want to raise one eyebrow? There we go.
But you need
Good.
we're doing a good job instead of whatever this is.
Polite look, yeah. You look sad. I think I was just tired, dude.
No, this is horrible. Now that's good, right?
That's really good.
Thank you.
Damn. That
all I
giraffe
needed.
doing limbo.
So yesterday, I'm in the car with Scar, and it's just like a silent ride. We're just waiting, and there's and all of a sudden it just.
I need to tell you about the ride. I need to tell you about our ride to the office on one of the days. So we had to order an Uber because I think some people went on the bus, some people went in the little SUV. But then we went in another. Basically, I ordered an Uber XL, or I think maybe Kirsty did, and it turns up and it's a limousine. Like literally, we ordered an Uber XL, we got a limo. And it wasn't like a limo as in like the longest possible car you can get, like a proper long one. It was shorter, but it was tall. It was basically, imagine like a sort of somewhat limo version of like a, I think it was called like an Escalade or something. Is that right? An Escalade? It was a big boy, but it was long. Like, so it wasn't just like a 5-door. It was like a bit more. But the thing that really blew our minds was we're all sat there chatting away, and I've been a bit quiet because I was just waking up still. And I started talking, and I leaned over my shoulder and started talking. And then Timmy like really like twitched and freaked out. I was like, "You're right," and he was like, "Mate, it sounds like you're in the boot. Like it sounds like you're in like the trunk." I was like, "What do you mean?" And like we're all trying to figure it out for a second, and then the driver starts chuckling, and he goes, "Oh no, yeah. So like there's a microphone above here, and it plays out of a speaker next to his head. So regardless of where you are in the car, the noise gets sent backwards on speakers." And then I could also hear the back of the car at the front. And I was like, what? Like, that was like just bizarre. So like we were then just messing with it for the rest of the way. And then I was like, all right then, mate, like what other tricks has your car got? I was like, because he had like the thing where it projects onto the windscreen, like a thing you can see. And I said, oh, does it tell you about your left and rights? Does it tell you like when people are in your blind spot? And he goes, oh, no, I don't get lights like that. It was like, instead my seat vibrates. I was like, what do you mean your seat vibrates? It was like, yeah, so like when someone's in my blind spot to the left side of the seat will shake. And when someone's on the right side of me in my blind spot, it will shake. And he was like, and he said this really casually. He was like, yeah, you know, if I'm about to hit a deer or have a head-on collision, then the whole seat shakes. I'm like, who does that help? Like, if that, I don't want the physical panic of a vehicle. Like the car has anxiety. I don't want that if I'm about to hit a deer. I want my car to be as stationary as possible so I can keep this thing under control. I was just like, oh, I don't know.
This goes beep,
mad,
beep. Breathing not detected. I'm like, and I like silently look over to Scar as if he's just like, he's not going to be breathing. And he's just like, oh, guess I'm gone.
It's gone. $3.14. Zentangle will take pies to the face. That's 3.14, 159, 265, 35, 8979, 323, 846. You got it.
He could absolutely have kept going there. He did that to stay humble.
You guys got it.
No, I'll go upstairs.
All right, pie guys.
What the heck is that?
Oh, he's playing it through the microphone.
That's coming way through. Oh my god.
So many pies coming in. Simply cosplays with the pie. Chocolate pie, best pie.
Okay, we got to do like a handshake, right? Like when we were kids, right? So I think we need to do something really cool with, maybe we do something really cool with blocks too, right? So like maybe it's like we do a jump, we do a spin, we make a block, we do a jump, we do a spin, we make a block, then we jump off and we high five as we fall down, or something like that, right? Like some sort of synchronized handshake. Of
I like
some kind.
that.
Does that make sense?
Just no thoughts, no notes.
Hello? Hello?
No, folks can't come to the phone right now. She's gone.
Glasses off is advisable, yeah.
Oh, it's the stare.
But you missed it! The look of disappointment on his face. Oh, he caught you in the eyebrow? All right. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh, damn.
Whack! Oh my gosh.
They are. It's,
How are you even functional, Scar? I feel like you should be
I think if I was here by myself, I would have done just that. But I think because we're sat here together,
yeah, it makes sense.
the red and white.
We're having some,
we need
fan,
the red
some
thematic.
fan service is happening right now.
We are still trying to find an axe in this building somewhere.
Yeah.
So we can recreate the head chop scene from
Martin
Third
is
Life.
going to remove my head from my body for the black holes.
I was giving him low-level shocks. I had to put it up just so that we would get something from him.
we should have got the cattle one.
No, Scott wanted to buy a cattle prod. We're not
Cattle
looking to kill
prod.
our dads.
Jesus.
Well, I didn't know the voltage. They were looking at something that gave you like taps, right?
Yeah, no.
I tried to bring in something with a little bit of
Goodness
power.
gracious me.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Yeah, baby! Get him good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! So loud. The echo! The echo!
How come that was... What did you grab?
Dude, that was clean.
Is it really a carrot anymore?
And the carrot is
Who's to say? Who's to say?
He's just singing into a
normal
microphone.
carrot?
Oh, there's a carrot there. Oh, where'd it go?
What? Who knows? It could be anything.
They've given me so much power.
They have.
they're gonna
And
regret
you've already exerted that power.
I
yesterday.
have. I maybe after the podcast I'll explain what happened because it will be too much spoilers otherwise. But
What a nice orange
was
microphone.
crying,
Exactly,
laughing
dude.
like I haven't done since I was a child.
G'day. We got a fine auction for you.
G'day. Lots of goodies for two.
So click that link before the time runs out.
It's all going to a good cause,
So don't have a doubt.
Oh, dude.
Very
Dude,
good.
we're reciting pi.
That was one of my favorite ones from the
How
music
many
bit.
digits of pi do you know? 3, 2, 1, go.
314.
That's good.
957.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
Wait, was that right? Okay.
What you do? 5.
3114. 31.
There's more.
We got Jerry, Little Ginger, we got Eleanor, Zaganol, we got Card saw his life flash before his eyes.
Den Mother Rosa, Eleanor B. We're up to 185,000 now. Let's keep going.
Oh,
5 minutes
headshot.
to get 15k in. Like,
Done.
just get $1 in. $1. So we're.
I had no idea that happened. It's the first time I've seen that.
We're gonna be okay. We might not have won that round, but I think I've bailed myself out here.
How does Joe make it look like he's in the Shadow Realm? Like, he's obviously put green screen on, but on what color? Like on white? I don't get how
And
the
as long as
backdrop's
the
like
host stream isn't
going.
showing my feed right now.
Did I just get? I don't even know if I just.
I've not seen this angle before.
Did we win again?
We're all out, but I'm just gonna do this.
No! Again?
Good shot.
We're all out, but I'm just gonna do this.
No!
The lanterns. Okay.
I've not seen this bit before.
Okay.
Honestly, that's a great one.
Did you even try?
It does actually look like.
I think you.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
That's
So
solid.
tiny.
If you'd have done brick pattern on the sticky notes, that'd have been great.
See the tiny.
Well, you know what? I think I would have gotten more points if I stroked Grian's face with them. That was. I'm not good enough. I'm not aggressive enough at Permit Master. At least that other guy isn't.
One minute, guys. Gotta move the face real quick. If I were to make it another copy, then
It
I
was
can.
so good that they had the audio visualizer down here, by the way. Down here.
Move it. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, no, but then the decimal meter's there. I'll go next to the decimal meter. No, that's dude. There's no right place for me. Top middle.
Top left.
You know what I'll do? Guys, we got this. Gem and I have got this.
That
We
is
got
so
this.
good because of the shirt
get the
color.
marbles out of the
That
bowl.
looks way too
Get
legit.
them out of the bowl. Look at me. Good positive Gem.
Very good.
Yeah, there you go, Gem.
Very good.
Good stuff. Sorry, boss. No offense, meant. Oh, wait, guys, be quiet. Guys, be quiet. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, no. Dang it. Okay, no, I'm okay.
Very good.
If I go down.
He just absolutely cleaned house there.
Oh, there.
Go.
Oh, I didn't see the snail racing, I don't think. I think maybe I was eating when the snail racing was happening.
Go. I ain't heard no bell. Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
So good. Meow, meow, meow.
Have your milk. Good job. Good job. Now, wait a minute. We're not done. We're not done.
I bet Timmy was fuming that he got some of that hot sauce on his jumper, by the way.
Done. Was he? That flank
It
move
was like the
around
first thing
side
that happened
took
to
out our
him.
whole team that first round. Yeah. Oh. That flank move around the side took out our whole team that first round. Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that was like right there.
Can you guys hear this? Yeah, we give back, show love, no cap, changing lives one dime at a time. Gamers forgiven on sour like lime. Hospital kids are bored and sad, don't make them mad. No. Don't delay.
I like the ad-libs in
donate
here.
Today. Ah?
Smashed it.
Yeah.
Smashed it. I didn't hear that one at the time.
Thank you.
Oh, we got all this too.
Jump scare.
See if we can box Joe in. This is Joe's house now. He's out. He's out.
Oh, he's got out the bottom.
Here also amazing. We're just going to be waiting as always on Martin. And that's why I've got the axe. If you're wondering what
I'm
this
sorry,
axe is for,
excuse me?
everybody, this is, well, it's not
Waiting,
necessarily
as always,
for
on me.
Martin's head. It's more for my head via Martin.
I am
but
notoriously
we'll talk
early and
about
on
it a little
time.
bit later. There he is.
I can't remember why I was late coming into that room. There was a reason.
From the black.
Welcome, Martin.
I'll keep everyone busy. So what are you doing? Thank you very much for your donations. That was very generous. It's kind of bizarre. Like, you know, the setup here is crazy compared to last year. I'm very excited. I can see everyone's stream. I can see Skiz there. I can see Impulse and Skiz talking to their chats. But
It's very pearl coded.
Or on the app one, which if you want a better...
I was there for that moment.
Skiz not worried.
Donate for the kids. Go Cats.
The first stage is having to point to each one. I thought it was going to be like a harder, better, faster, stronger. You know, like the Daft Punk hands thing.
Coffee. Go Cats. For the kids. Donate.
talk to that person's chat, but they shouldn't be able to communicate too much with you.
Grumbot is Mary Poppins. That's what I got from that.
I'll give you a few minutes to guess.
What is that?
This is concerning. This is nightmare fuel.
Beans on toast. What is that?
It's meant to be Grumbot.
Beans
I don't know
on
what
toast.
it looks like for some reason.
Couldn't be more British.
Alternative universe.
Staged in her best dealing with Rem, bless her. Yeah. She was very much just like called in. I think she was in the middle of
I
a
reckon I can
task.
trick everybody.
And then Ren just like shouts over the monitor to her. Excuse me.
How does this rocket? Why is this rocket taking me so far? Shouldn't there be a tier 1 rocket? What tier is this? It's the flight duration one. Why does it feel like it takes me so? Oh, because my ping is good.
That's funny.
That's why I'm getting far, because my ping is actually decent.
The realization.
To string the right words together to express how amazing you all have been. This has just been such a colossally successful game. Okay, I'm going to stop it. Okay. Stop the stream. Green is treating me very well. I am fed well. He has been kind.
I wish I could remember the words. Ah, me lad.
And then, of course, this moment. The best thing with this was Scar rolling in afterwards.
$804,000.
So good.
Absolutely incredible. This wouldn't be able to be done without you supporting Gamers Outreach. And we're only here because of you. So thank you to the viewers. And that is Hermitcraft Charity Stream 2025 for Gamers Outreach. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Dude, it wasn't until like the last millisecond before I pushed the pie on the side of his head that I was like, oh God, if I go too horizontal with this, that's going like in his ear. So like last second, I just tried to tilt it just ever so slightly like upwards so that it would land like more on like the side of the hair, and hopefully it would just kind of like cup over and, you know, fall past. I tried to be a bit more reserved with with the hit shot on that one, but my God. Holy moly. Right, last little speed round of looking at stuff here. What do we got? I'm not going to watch anything from the quiet games. Zadaf and Tango win the freakiest of the weekend award. Oh God. How could that possibly be?
You could be my little Tango maid.
You can be my... So we started off good. You can be my little Tango maid.
Maybe I thought you could be my little Tango maid and just make sure that nobody's accidentally streaming themselves. Or anything.
I will try that. Yeah. Is there a costume with this? Because if there's a costume, I'm on board.
Well, you could, maybe later tonight in the hotel. I'll give it to you. I'll give you. Just, excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I thought you could be my
Excellent
little
stuff.
Tango maid.
Oh my God. All right. Fair. Started strong. Ended strong. Brilliant. Ren's tap out here is so funny. I love it. That is, for some reason, just hella shrunk down. That one I think is just too shrunk down for me to even see properly. What else we got? Where was the one where somebody got slapped? Wait, what have I done here? What's this? Hold on.
Martin.
Yeah.
We have a...
Oh wait, this is the moment. This is the thing that I was confused about. So watch up here. Watch what's going on in this area.
Martin.
Yeah.
We have a...
Scar didn't even have to turn around to know what happened there.
There ain't no way that just happened, man. What just happened? You just...
So obviously, imagine hearing that and not having a clue what is going on.
We're so sorry.
If you were going to mention the donation match, I see that on my dashboard. I see a big
Greed
red
is incapacitated at the moment. So I wanted to mention.
Did he fall?
Doesn't need to be mentioned. Crazy Silver.
And there, at that moment, I knew immediately what had happened. You know what I mean? I just, for some reason, just that was enough context for me to understand. What's this on?
He can't protect you. He can't protect you.
Look at this.
I'll do it. Nothing for you.
I'll do it. Donate.
Right now.
Guys, donate, please.
You can't, you can't get a sign, but this is a sign.
During the signs. Brilliant. What's this one?
So we're both under the bus? We're gonna be okay. We might not have won that round, but I think I've bailed myself out here. And as long as the host stream isn't showing my feed right now in the cafeteria, we're good. We're good.
I'm assuming he was on the host stream, right?
I think we're okay. So I am feeling way more confident about the rest of this now.
That's very funny. I like that. What else have we got? There's the one that I saw of like putting Timmy to sleep, which was quite good. I think Gem shooting green in the nipple accidentally is a fave of mine. Let's see.
I looked for you. I was like, where is it? I was.
Yeah.
I was like, where is it? I was. I was like, where is Korean? Is he dodging this? I got my names now.
That was right in the nip.
That was bullseye.
That was like mid-sentence. He just sounded really enthusiastic about Anthony. Let me play it again. Hold on. Come on, work. Not a clip, but I love this image so much. What is up with him? What's he so sad about? Oh, this was a good one. Usually Ren can just like mute or like run away, but in real life, can't do that.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to stick myself...
Where are you going to stick yourself, Ren?
Finish the sentence.
You started, so you'll finish.
Me and Cleo immediately on the same wavelength. Like they were just like, we said the same thing.
I'm so glad that it's the three of us in a corridor.
Okay.
So good. This is what I mean. There were so many moments that were just like not even in the main room or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hidden.
Oh gosh.
Who knows? It could be
Oh wait.
anything. Is it?
Eating the carrot is not disguising the carrot; it's making the carrot disappear.
Okay, so not hidden, disguise. All right.
Got it.
Okay.
He's got it.
Who knows? It could be anything.
Very good. What are the ones we got? There's a really good one. Oh, what was it? There's a clip where it cuts to Timmy. Oh, I think that was it. I think it cuts to Timmy and he's just got like a confused look on his face. I think it goes between like False and Timmy, I want to say it was. Or Pearl and Timmy, someone like that. But it was good.
Are you flip over easel people?
Are you
people? Take a look at the book.
That's just mean.
Flip.
So was that his first prompt? Is that like the start of the whole thing?
It's two.
Oh, that was the one where Zed makes him jump. Nice.
Chicken jockey. Flint and steel. Chicken jockey.
The nether. Ender pearl.
You know what? This all stems from the fact that we were doing that curse. It was Kirsty who started it, I think. Kept singing like the weekend edit. You know, the one. I can't even think of how the audio goes, but basically they've edited those quotes onto the weekend song. You've probably heard it going around, like the edit of it. And Kirsty, just at random points throughout the trip, you just hear Kirsty go, "Chicken jockey, yeah," like constantly. The other one as well. Oh my god, there was a game we were playing the whole trip. Timmy fell victim to it the most. We just kept doing it. I think the first time I did it on the trip was It was, so this was on day 0. So before the first stream, day 0, we're setting up, make sure everything's working. And Stage brings over a box, and it's got like a mug, a shirt, a hoodie, like a keychain, all this sort of stuff. And it's a big box of stuff. And Timmy sat on the floor and he's chatting away to me. I think it's Timmy, Kirsty, I think obviously Ren's there, and we're chit-chatting and stuff. And basically, I'm opening the box, and everyone's curious what's in it, because I was one of the first people to get one. So I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, I was like, oh, there's a mug, that's pretty nice. And like, oh, that hat's pretty sick. Yeah, I like it. And I went, oh, and there's one of these as well. And just Timmy's face when I did that. And throughout the trip, it was just a constant battle of like flipping each other off. And we got progressively more creative with them as time went on, which was really, really good. Like, it was like me, Timmy, Kirsty, and Grian. I think we're all collectively in a 4-way trying to like catch each other out. Kirsty got me with a good one on the like the final day as we were going to the airport, where like she put on like the sad eyes and was like, do you think I can have this on my chair down here? And she had like a big Lotso bear that she was using as like a pillow, like a travel pillow, and like a backpack, and they were on the chair. And I think I genuinely was like, oh, like she's worried about not using the overhead and taking up a seat and stuff. And when I looked down to what she was pointing at, I just saw one of these. Just saw one. She's like, do you think I can put one of these on the chair? I was like, you fuck. I'm trying to think of what the other ones were. It's going to bug me until I remember what they were. But there were so many that were like that. What were some of the other ones? There were some really good ones. But yeah, we were just constantly catching each other out with those. I think Timmy got me once or twice. I think he was on like the receiving end of most of them, and it would always be when he was at his most peaceful. Like, so it's my favorite thing to do is like I can tell he's relaxed, he's forgotten about the game, and then just bam, fucking got him. And yeah, it was good. Timmy did a really good one where this was when Kirsty wasn't in the game yet. It was just me, Timmy, Grian, and he went, have you seen what's going on with Kirst? And like, what he'd done is he stood in front of Kirsty, put her hand in position like this, and then he turned away like a door, like revealing a prize. He literally like turned away, and she just stood there really innocently going like this, just staring at me like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I was like, no. It was very funny. It was literally cinematic, the way that he like turned like a barn door just out the way to reveal a very confused looking Kirsty. And that's how she then got in on the game. Like, she was like, what's this about? And then she was in. Oh, I think was it me who did it, or one of the other ones? So when Kirsty made that center island rise up, and then in the Airbnb in the kitchen, like this like center extractor fan console thing, I think I recall it was either me or was it me? I think it was me, where I then pressed the button and I left that behind it. So then as the console like went down and like went back inside of the countertop, just then revealed. So that was also quite funny as well. I'll have to see if I can remember some of the other ones. I bet if I ask them, they'll remember some of them as well. Oh, it's just riding dirty with Scar going past in the background. Brilliant. Oh my god. Well, that's the tweet gone through then, and I think that very nicely rounds us out to the end of today's stream. Crazy. And to be honest, that went longer than I thought it would. So like I said, keep an eye out later on this week for the vlog. I say vlog, sorry. Hermit Master edited down to be a lot more watchable. Like it's a lot snappier. There's music. I'll have little transition cards and stuff like that. Or it will just be hard cuts, but there'll be audible transitions like with the music and stuff. So I'm going to have that come out later on this week. And then at some point, tomorrow or the day after, we'll be back on Misadventures. I've got the Realm to join. So if you didn't know, I'm joining Realm SMP, which is the one that Toby runs. So we've got that. We've got In the Little Zine that I want to catch up on. And then to my knowledge, there's a new traffic zine as well, right? Is it a traffic zine about wildlife? Or is it just a general traffic zine? I'm not entirely sure what the gist of that one is. But we have got a lot lined up this week. A lot of stuff. So yeah, basically this week we'll focus on just streams and getting into the swing of things, and then next week I'll be back to regular uploads on Misadventures, like an episode a week or every 10 days, something like that, which will be good. But yeah, thanks for watching. Can't believe how many people are watching, by the way. We've got like Got like 557 on YouTube, and how many on Twitch? Another 638 there. Craziness. But I hope you all enjoyed the stories. If you haven't already on Twitch, if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be unbelievable. We're trying to hit the Partner Plus goal. Basically, if we can get another, what's it sat on right now? There it is. If we can hit another 119 subs before midnight at the end of this month, then I will shut up about subscribers for like a year. We will literally have a 70-30 split, 70% to us, 30% to Twitch, on this channel for the next year, which is brilliant. But yeah, have a wonderful night, everybody. Let's go find somebody to raid as well, shall we? Let's see who's live right now. Let's see if any of my fellow charity fundraisers are on. Let's have a look. Is there like a Hermitcraft like team on Twitch or no? I mean, Joel's live. So no, I don't see one. I was just trying to see if there was one. Is Cub live? Let's go raid Cub. Yeah, I like that. Let's go raid Cub. That works for me. You know what I never got to do? I never got to do Purdle, and I never got to do that whatever Pearl was doing on her stream at one point, where she hit the hammer, like the new mace, on like different, like, I think they were like, I guess they were like copper blocks or something like that. Mace race, yeah, that looked really cool. I saw it on like the multi-screen thing when the tech guys were sat next to me a little bit later on, but I thought that was really cool. What's Cub's name again? It's 135, isn't it? Yeah, nice. All right, sound. Well, have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Keep an eye out for Permit Master later this week. I did actually just have a clip go out on the Shorts channel, which is of the moment where I get shocked during Impor Skiz. So I'm going to be putting up a load of like single shot clips from the event on that channel in the next few days. So if you have any that you can think of, throw them to me in general or into the React channel on Discord, just somewhere where I can find it, and I can populate the Shorts channel with lots of little one-offs. And I want to make a few TikToks this week as well of clips from the event. But enjoy Cub stream. I'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.